I know the simplest way to have this all stop, and that is by starting.
That's correct.
Yay!
Okay. Our band of adventurers, the God's Headache, had arrived at the city of Exeter, seeking new information about what has happened during their time in the Kingdom of Dra. They had discovered that civil war had broken out between two of the families, the Fallows and the Roners, with the remaining families picking sides accordingly. Deciding to throw your weight in with the Rona family, you began discussing various plans to try and aid in the war. Though it was revealed that Roland Rona, the leader of what would be classified as the rebellion here, stated the situation that both kingdoms do not have the troops to mount an assault. And with the various allies needing to take time to decide on how they will go about these developments, advise you to, in a way, relax. Go out and do whatever things it is that you need to do, with the promise that you don't get yourselves killed. In order to achieve this, and to prevent you from spending months on the road, he gifted you his own airship, the Green Leaf, transferring ownership to yourselves. During your stay in Exeter, you also went about hiring guards to protect your new manor, Summerdale, in which you were reunited with Gemma, and stumbled upon two groups, one of which you had hired. While talking with Roland about the situation in regards to the cultists that are around Exeter, he revealed that he had taken upon him an expert in the Void. While many of you know Kimberly as an expert in the Void, this was a new individual by the name of Losara, a name that is familiar to you all, given what happened in Platinum Hold. And that is where we left off.
Well, we were going to go
Roll.
meet up with and this Lasar, weren't we?
The session ended with Roland saying the name of the Void
Yeah,
expert.
it ended with the "Oh fuck, Lasara's back." And I don't know. We need to think about what to do because I'm trying to remember the nature of Lasara.
I'll look to him and then I'll
She
ask.
was crazy and she killed Gratian.
Okay, no, but I meant more like, did she work on her own behalf, on behalf of a dark, seditious master?
Oh my god, Tessa, I'm in my session. You cannot have that. Thank
I
you.
don't mind.
Her mind was crazy and I dispelled it.
I love you.
So then when the thing started to crack, she flew off into the water as it was rushing into the thing during the whole thing with the facility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't even know if this is the same Losara. It could be someone else, maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah, the Losara could be like the what's a really common girl's name, like the Jennifer of Karmora. That's true.
The Susan.
She was she a dwarf?
Losara? She seemed human.
She seemed human. Okay.
She was human.
If
at least.
if that is the case, I will pause for a second and turn to the group and kind of like a moment of recognition, and then turn back to Roland. Is there any chance that we could meet this Losara?
Were that so easy? She spends a significant amount of time out on the field. I've only met her twice myself. The first time was when she approached me, and the second time was after she had dealt with the obelisk.
Do you know her location then?
No, she simply, I would assume somewhere around the Exeter area, but you are looking at a large area.
We'd be hard pressed.
Aye.
Potentially, yes. Unfortunately, she hasn't given me much means of communication.
All right. Then, is there like maybe some writing tools and some paper on the desk or something?
Yeah, he's got an inkwell and a quill and paper and such.
Okay. I want to draw out Losara and be like, does she look like this?
Oh god.
Make a
That's sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand or dexterity, whichever you prefer. This is basically how accurate you can draw Losara.
No, it's a doodle. It just for all her pretty calligraphy, she cannot draw.
Nem, let me do this.
What?
Can
you
I
think
try-
you could do better?
Yes.
Nem just bites her cheek and gives it to Delson.
Roland's just kind of
Okay.
like sitting back, arms crossed, as you had just walked up, took the inkwell and quill and some paper and such. He's just kind of looking there with his eyebrow
Jesus.
raised.
So,
I wasn't good at
Well-
modern art, okay?
It's more of the case if you just took my quill and... If you wish to have art lessons, I could maybe arrange something, but...
Nemesis just glares at him.
I'll take those.
no. I need to work.
For fuck's sake, Delson.
What
No,
exactly
no,
are you
Delson,
doing?
I'll take the art lessons.
I'm going to try to basically draw this the right way.
We
Draw
think we
what?
know this individual.
Huh.
Aye, we came across Losara some few months back.
If
No.
it's the same person.
If it's the same Losara, aye. And from what we could tell of her, she wasn't exactly the best of people to know. But we just don't worry. We're not making any kind of accusations. We're trying to be careful, you know.
She wasn't in her right mind at the time.
She was completely Looney Tunes.
Are we talking Kimbany Looney Tunes or beyond?
A different
Okay.
type of Kimbany Looney Tunes.
She didn't come off that way when I spoke with her.
Does anyone remember what color of hair she had?
Can I roll intelligence see if I can remember what colour hair she had?
History.
Actually, am I good at history? Can't remember what I did my stuff into. No, I've got religion, not history.
Nemesis!
Wow.
Listen, I was more focused on trying to keep everyone alive, and even then, we didn't really succeed.
Yeah,
That-
you could,
that's
Grayson. You could. So you can't just watch as Grayson just silently like pulls out this porcelain mask almost, places it on his face, and you watch as his features and such shift into Losara.
That's much better than drawing. Can I just push back the pen and ink quill?
He just kind of looks down at the partially drawn drawing that you'd put on the paper and just kind of sighs slightly. I assume, Gratian, that this is the Losari you're referring to, how she looked. have to say it's absolutely terrifying, the fact that you can do that. The problem is with her is she didn't show her face to me. She kept herself heavily cloaked. The only thing I can...
And you trusted that?
She gave results. She asked to be sent to the corrupted obelisk. She was able to deduce its purpose. She was able to safely destroy it. And when I consolidated with Kimbany about how she went about doing it, he said that he would have done it in a similar way. The only thing I say for a fact, due to how long it was, is yes, her hair was blonde.
If only Velez were here. We could use sending to test if she's alive. But of course the player isn't here right now.
Probably snow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm aware of the snow. I live in Ohio, but man.
It's that time of the year where the snow comes down and he must go for his great battle.
I love how
It'd be nice. It'd be nice if at least sent a letter back to us, letting us know he's alright so we can send a care package.
also I love how pathetically shit our snow is in England, Tom. Yet the entire country shuts down every time.
I mean, it's
Jesus.
easy up over here. We got the Pennines to protect us from the snow.
That is true. Yeah, the Pennines.
You don't. So, no. Anyway.
I don't. Those poor Southerners have to deal with the elements.
Oh my god, you are pathetic.
I know.
Anyways.
It's always like I'm picking up my. It's almost like I'm being facetious on purpose.
Well, if it is the Luzhara that we think, I would be cautious. She, even though I believe Delson fixed
Yeah.
her.
Mhm.
Even though Delson helped her, I'm not sure what stayed in her head.
Hey.
There was quite a bit of darkness there.
And it also means that no matter how sane she may seem, if I were you, I wouldn't trust her within an inch of her life.
Very well. I'll keep that in mind.
Does she have like an office or like a study somewhere in the castle?
I have no clue where she lives.
I love this. Fucking Roland's kid was kidnapped maybe 2 months ago, and he's letting this hooded figure that's extra suspicious, where he doesn't know where she's come from or where she lives or where she's going, into this place.
Well, you don't know.
Oh my god!
You don't know if he's
The
invited
lack of
her
insight.
into that.
Where is he meeting her? A back alley? That's even worse.
You don't know.
Ah!
He is right in front of
Oh
you.
my god.
Yeah.
He just gave us an airship. I don't feel like being mean to the dude.
No.
Me.
Just
Be mean.
Just Losara rocked up at the exact same time a Rowling developed a crack addiction or something. Yeah.
I will keep an eye. I'll make sure that she is kept an eye on when she's in the city. But as of right now, her knowledge of these void things is helping us a little bit.
Well then, when she comes into the city, perhaps you could contact us?
I can certainly try.
Just try to maybe put us in communication with each other.
I'll do my best.
Thank you then. Was there anything else that you'd like to discuss?
Not in particular, no. Just be careful. While we don't have many troops on either side, it wouldn't surprise me if the Fallows would send those troops towards you. Keep yourself hidden if you decide to go into any cities that the Fallows look after.
Aye.
Gratian, I might need to borrow that mask quite often.
he's up in the corner doing, my name is Cuban Pete from The Mask.
My maracas go chick chicky boom, chicky boom.
I'm just expecting to see like wanted posters of us in each like Thalo supporting city, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Fortune's angry because they can't get her nose right.
They can't get my nose right.
They describe Trofnar as a traveling tamed bear.
The only other thing I will say to you as well is, do not dock the gold leaf in any city that the Fallows own. Last thing you want is for that thing to be captured. Besides, it is known to have been a former Rona vessel.
Right then, so even if they don't know who owns it currently, it would still be targeted.
Potentially. I doubt they'll go into much effort to shoot it down, but you may have to land a distance outside these cities.
Well,
That's fine.
even so, I think that we should probably change it up a bit so it isn't as recognizable.
By all means, what you do with the green leaf is your discretion. It's yours now. Change the name, change the look. That's all down to you.
Thank you again for your generosity with this.
I don't think that the green leaf would be useful in any conflict anyway. It is not a ship of war. There's only about 4 of those, and all of them are held by Gallaro.
Which seems to, at least I think, be our first stop.
I've been to Gallaro a few times. It's just kind of like looks over at Fortune, a bit chaotic sometimes.
Me 4. I'm perfectly controlled.
Baka the fuck?
And Fortune lied as naturally as she breathed.
Yeah. That's a deception check right there.
Completely, yeah. What?
Tom, do I make the roll?
You don't need to.
Yeah, he knows
Can I
you're
roll
lying
anyways
through your
just to see
teeth.
what it would be?
Sure. But he's pretty, like... Even
Yeah.
like, he knows the stuff that you've done. He's heard of the purple tiefling just randomly stabbing a shopkeeper in Kimberly's Tower.
The fucking purple terror.
I do feel like no matter...
I love how, like, we're probably each famous for different things, and the thing is that Fortune is infamous.
Yeah, completely. I love that. I get a feeling that no matter what we do in our lives, like towards the end of this campaign, Fortune will always be known in Exeter as the woman who stabbed some poor shopkeeper in Kimberly's Tower. Even if she becomes, like, landed gentry and becomes, stupidly famous with, like, artwork made of her, it's just all gonna be her stabbing the half guy.
The chaotic Fortune in my head is just saying,
it's like
well,
how
now we
people
have to
talk about
one-up this.
Catherine the Great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Even though she did all this awesome stuff, he's like, nope.
Okay, the fact that she fell off her horse is a fucking myth. Thank you, Tessa.
I thought the myth is the fact that she was... Never mind. It's very inappropriate.
But, Fortune's chaos aside, I'm sure that I can keep everyone under control. And she just gives everyone this look like like you're about to go into the store with your mom and she knows you're a little shit.
Yeah.
She's just like, if you touch fucking anything, you are not getting anything.
Yeah, I'll be fine. But are
It's not
there?
you I'm worried about. Immediately looks to the crime gang.
Just pictures like, just like, if we all behave and be polite while in Gallaro, I promise we'll drive through. We'll go to the fucking McDonald's fly-through, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, if we're so worried about them, we could put them on leashes.
I don't see how that would be a punishment for Florentine. She seems into that kind of stuff.
Into? Never mind. It's probably something completely inappropriate. And I'm not about to get into that with Arona standing here.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
I get it. I was born in the summer.
It's a
Sorry, my
figure of-
pizza's here.
Roland is looking rather amused at this.
Oh, by any chance, Roland, would you
Okay, you
know?
need to come sit up by me, bitch.
Would you know if there's any holidays or celebrations that people of Galaros would be celebrating?
At this time of the
Located
year? No, not this time of the year.
Cry.
Though, I don't think they have many celebrations in general, but spend a day or two there and you'll understand why that probably is a good thing.
They're just partying all the time. That's the answer.
Alright then. Sounds like fun.
Okay. Also, Roland, expect a letter or sending spell or whatever from me soon. When we go through Mithelhammer, I'll put you in touch with my brother. He's the one in charge of the Glowhammer finances and trade deals and stuff like that.
I'll let Rayna take the lead on that one. While he is technically your captain, he is technically contracted with the Ronas for this trade deal.
Ah, excellent. Right. I don't know what Rayna's going to expect. Given that all we have is, a failing tavern and a decrepit brewery on the other side of the planet, but whatever.
Not on the other
Is
side of the planet.
planet?
It's just
Oh,
off
the
from
continent, sorry.
What, decrepit brewery?
Well, it was just sold. It's going to be empty.
I don't think it's right to describe it as decrepit, though. It was still
It's
active.
still a thriving business, Trothnar. I think you're underselling yourself.
I was saying that out of character, not as Trothnar.
Okay.
As you can tell by the fact that I haven't got a fine Scottish brogue.
Okay, listen, I am eating my pizza. I'm paying half attention, so maybe we should shut the fuck up.
Is it nice
I was
pizza?
also saying it out of character because no way that this building's worn down.
Oh,
Still in great shape.
I didn't realise that pizza came with a side of hurt feelings.
a side of sass.
Well, if we are done babbling at him, we should be on our way.
Hey.
You'll find the Greenleaf docked at the Skyport, as it was before.
And I'm guessing all the crew are expecting us.
Yes, all four of them, yes.
I really don't know what to say other than thank you again. I am completely astonished.
You've been more than kind enough to us. I mean, you gave us a fucking country estate and thousands of gold. Now you're giving us an airship.
Small price to pay for saving my daughter. If it weren't for the fact that, and don't take this as any offense, I doubt any of you are capable of looking after a city, I would have even given you the Bleeding City. Though I think Celine would probably outright refuse that.
Nemesis looks insulted. Like, she's been taught her whole life to run a city.
Oh, no.
Most likely.
Well
and
then.
it's probably best to listen to your wife on that.
That's that's accurate in my case. I mean, I could scarcely run a piss up in a brewery. Anyway.
Good luck, God's headache. And he just sort of like waves for you to leave.
Alright, we're gonna go. I always love talking to the Ronas so much.
They're good people.
Like, if they would just adopt me, I would fucking accept.
I
I mean, they kind of
Wait,
did
is-
with the thing.
Yeah, they did.
Wait, what?
So when are we going to get your name officially changed to Nemesis Rona?
God, that would be such a fucking, like, full circle. God.
I think that's the way, like, I think that's the way that, like, Nem's mum gets killed off, is that she hears that and has a heart attack out of sheer rage.
Oh my god.
Do we know if Kimberly's in the city?
He's not.
He's not.
Sausages and beans. Do we have a method of contacting Kimberly?
Technically, you have Valif able to do sending.
Oh
I-
boy, if
I have
only.
a few sending scrolls as well.
Yeah. I just tend to, not involve Valif too much when he's not here, because,
If only the 7-foot glorified telephone was here.
I mean, he is there. He's just being NPC'd right now.
Being eerily silent.
He's just smiling in the corner.
He stares back at you with his doe-like eyes.
Hello.
Hello there.
What do you need, Trothnar?
Okay. Do any of you guys have anything to do here?
I mean, apart from hunt down and interrogate Losara, no.
Because Gemma is taking care of the employees along with Norium.
Mm-hmm.
Manor's being worked on. Did they say it would be done, like, within the month?
Yeah, give or take.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's on, like, the building is habitable at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the tower hasn't been completed yet, and they haven't fully
And the
furnished
stables.
and the stables, and they haven't fully furnished the rooms. But they've, for all intents and purposes, you could live there.
Okay. We're still at the Ronas, right?
You're at this point. You're making your way out of the castle.
Is it Nori here?
You can go search for him if you like.
Because if we are going to leave, like, today, I want to go say goodbye to Nori.
You just
New did.
Yeah, that's only
it is,
fair.
it is Vis. He is back from his battle
Hi
with
there.
snow.
I like lost a day there. I thought it was Friday.
Whoops. It's fine. You didn't miss
You-
much.
But yeah, you guys go do whatever you want to do before we hop on the airship and go.
Good.
And I'm gonna go say bye to Nori.
Alright.
Okay. So while you all decide on what you're going to do, since Nemesis knows what she wants to do, Nemesis, you head straight for the library. You kind of, you know Norian well enough. And lo and behold, he's there in the
Mhm.
library, just looking through various books.
Nem just like leans on the door frame with a smirk. Even here, things don't change.
Well, there has to be some degree of normality, shouldn't there be?
If there's one thing I can rely on, it's your consistency. And she will go ahead and walk and sit down by him.
All right. There's several books on the desk. Many of them open. You can see a few bits of like parchment that's sort of like been scrunched up. A few of them have got some scribbles and such on there in his handwriting.
What are you doing?
Research.
Nemesis grabs one of the books without permission.
See that? Research. I'm doing research.
Research
Yes.
about.
Let's just say a friend told me to help them search for an old legend. Let's go with that.
Ooh, legends. Some of your favorites.
I know.
Nemesis goes and picks up another book. I hope that they aren't giving you too much trouble, though, considering everything.
I mean, I don't really have much else I could read here. I mean, I have a rather large array of woodworking books and uses of lumber. Not my
Oh,
thing.
yes, and we all know how good you are with plants and your hands.
My hands are for reading books. They're good at that.
She gives him, like, this big grin. Mm-hmm.
But I have no interest in woodwork as of now. Might pick it up as a hobby in the future, but as it currently stands, I'm quite content looking up legends.
Well, I'm sure that, for one, you already brought a collection of books, and you can build whatever you want in the manor.
Not as many as I'd like. Just a few of my favorites. Enough to make a little bed for Essie.
Oh.
Has she had any problems adjusting?
So, like, looks over to one of the higher up bookshelves, and you can sort of, like, see the pigtail just, like, draped over the edge. I think she enjoys the added height. So, if anything, I think this has been better for her.
I'm sure that the Ronas spoil her to death, and God knows she loves the attention, more than I do.
It's very difficult to get Tiana away from her.
Well, as much as I'd like to stay here and just hang out with you like old times, we're leaving soon.
Are you now?
We're headed to Gallaro.
Ooh, I've never been there. Let's tell me what it's like. I wonder how the dwarves do things there. Ooh, if you can get anything about the Here I go again.
The Archmage, right?
Just more about their research and everything. It's not every day you get to go to the city that created the Artificer. Or revolutionize Celestine work.
I'll be sure to tell them that you're their biggest fan.
Thank you.
Maybe I'll even pick up a souvenir for you,
Ooh,
considering you spend all your time essentially in a book abyss.
I don't see why that's a problem, being around books. You don't see me say the same thing about you and horses.
I have branched out. You should do the same, brother.
Maybe when the wars are over.
You could get some practice in with this whole cult thing. Find a party to assist.
I've already did the Plane Hunter stuff in Ulmendow.
Yes, but I know you. I know you're good at magic. You're skilled. You should do something with your time other than this.
So, like, looks over the pile of books and such. I promised my friend that I would get to the bottom of their request, so I'm going to stick with what I'm good at until that time has passed.
Suit yourself. You told me that I had potential. And I think the same about you. Keep it in mind. And she will go ahead and just give him, a kiss on the cheek. I'll see you soon, alright?
Don't do anything too reckless. God forbid you're not there to deal the final blow to Mother. I don't imagine it would be as fun of a victory.
If I'm not, I'm sure that you'll do it in my place.
There's many people that want her head. You, Quan, me, that Rogan fellow. Lots of people want her head.
Nim pauses for a moment. You should speak to Rogan. More, I mean. He's a nice man.
I never did properly thank him for the letter that essentially saved my life. I probably should do that, yes.
I love you. Stay safe.
That's my line.
Well, this time I said it first. And Nim will place his books down gently and just scurry out.
As you leave, you hear him yell out, "One of the few times you've beat me at something!"
It won't be the first! And I'll go ahead and head back then, and I hope that you guys figured out what you're doing, because I'm gonna fucking eat my pizza.
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
gonna go try to get some potions.
I would like to go see Nori again.
Okay, so
Good practice for the Nori boys.
So as you I used to wander around a bit, but then you just start heading towards the library. You do pass Nemesis.
Alright, lass.
I'm fine, though it does always make me sad when I have to leave him.
Aye. You love your brother very
Wait.
much. You love your brother very much, don't you?
I do, and now I'm wondering why you're heading towards him. Nemesis just crosses her arms.
What are you insinuating there, lass?
I don't know. The last time that you had an interaction, it was more of an altercation.
So, I'm going... What was he doing? Because I'm guessing you've just gone to see him, right?
He's doing some research for a friend. If there's a scratch on his head, I will break yours.
Hey, I know you, Nim. You're clever. Who do you think the friend is?
Some other bookworm that wants him to research mythology. For all I know, it could be Kimbany. He'd do anything for an archmage.
Look, the last time I saw your brother, I gave him the writing set to make amends and asked him to do some research into possible locations for San Shiraksha.
You're having him involved in your little cult thing.
It's not. When it could potentially result in the end of the world, aye.
Nem bites her tongue for a second and just kind of looks at the ceiling. She's thinking about it.
You can say what you want to say, Nim. I'm quite thick-skinned.
Really, you, thick-skinned.
Well, I
Anyways,
try to be.
I know that Nori can handle himself. He's fully capable of dealing with a brute like you. Doesn't mean I want him to, though. So, I hope that you're on your best behavior.
I mean, given the fact that he didn't tell you, some arsehole dwarf forced me to research his dumb, stupid missing city for him, probably should indicate that I was quite nice to him and wasn't the offish dick I was months ago.
I think that says more about Nori's character than it does yours. He can see things in people that they don't see themselves. He's generous. Don't take advantage of that.
Too generous from the sounds of it. The sounds of your voice.
Exactly. That's my point. Nem just is like leaning down and has like a finger pointed at him. Mind your manners. Are we clear?
Of course, Nem. Don't worry. You forget that I'm a noble. That as much as Jirhani's like to admit it, I'm from dwarven houses have their own sort of etiquette. I know my manners. I was properly raised, thank you.
Hard to believe considering what I've seen, but I'll take you at your word. Nemusi stands up straight.
Just so that
Well, I
Peach
don't-
can actually eat her stuff, she quickly walks away on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. There's a dog in my room because, of course.
Borf.
Hi,
Anyway.
Loki.
So as you walk off, you head into the library yourself. You can see Norium reading a bunch of books, several bits of parchment around him.
Let's go. Well met, Nori. Hard at work?
Yes, actually, very hard at work.
You getting anywhere, lad?
You're asking me to search for a legendary city that's sunk beneath the waves. There's not a whole lot of literature on that.
That's fair enough. Look, but I thought I'd bring you something that might help, and I dive into my rucksack and take out the tablet that we stole way back when from Vespa. They go, I came across this old artifact on my travels a month or so ago. Me and the rest of the crew are heading off across the continent, and I don't want it breaking in half or chucking, or me and my stubby grubby finger slipping it out and off the side of the airship. So I think it should be best with you looking after it.
So it takes the tablet from you and looks at it. Well, that's good. Some visual representation to cross-reference.
And there's an inscription on there, isn't there?
Is that... Have we read that in scripture before?
Yes.
Yeah, we did get decoded, yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember who from, but we did get decoded.
Well, Nori has, he's able to read any writing, so...
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
He does.
Yeah, he can translate anything.
Yeah, he just
Oh,
kind of
okay,
like
cool.
looks down at it a bit. It's like, I can see why you might have assumed it fell into the sea.
We managed to get it decoded, but we couldn't find any real leads from it, I thought. And the people we took it from, it's much better in our hands than theirs, you know.
I can imagine.
I thought, you're looking for a piece of hay and a stack of needles, so that might help as a first clue.
Is that an actual dwarf saying, or have you just butchered ours?
I don't think
It's a needle in a haystack, Trofnar.
well, it does. I had. Look,
Okay, I hate you people. I just saw the Brocon shit again. We are done. We're done.
Alright, if I. Well, I don't know. I had some Gerhanian drunk mumble in the pub years ago. It doesn't look like it doesn't matter. It just I think this kind of thing will be better off in your hands than mine.
It'd be helpful if we had the rest of the tablet. I can already tell that it's been cleaved off, but make do with what you can, I guess.
Aye, and no sense in keeping the truth from you. Me and my friends stole that from the remnants of the wardens over in Underick.
The ones that caused the burnings in Ormondale years ago.
Aye, the same. They are the people we're trying to get to Sancharaksha before.
I guess in a way that's made it a bit personal then.
Aye. Because in their twisted, warped mind, they thought the burnings was a way of cleansing sin from a world to bring Sancharaksha back. And if they find the place, who knows what catastrophic fate will behold.
See, this is why I don't care
Honestly,
much about
never mind,
religion.
Pretty much everyone.
This is why I don't care much about religion. There's loopholes and holes in their ways of thinking everywhere.
I know. I've only started realising that myself. To be quite frank. Anyway, me and the rest of the Godhead are heading off. We're probably going to go to Gallaro and then over, maybe stop off in Groffield and over to Mithrilhammer. Want us to get any souvenirs or anything?
No, I'm quite alright.
It's the same thing.
Oh, I know.
God, that's funny. I just imagine Nori just grinning ear to ear. Like, yeah.
Oh, come on, Nori. You must be interested in the little toys and trinkets the gnomes make, right?
I am, but, I don't know when you're going to be back, so I figured it's fine. When the war's over, I'll maybe visit it myself. I wasn't really able to make a lot of use of my plan to explore Ansor, so that can be...
Here, Nori, you want your toy? Oh God, we're such dickheads to him.
I know. I just come back and go, and just go like, Nori, you're not gonna believe, like it's the state of the art dwarf invention. They call it a spinning top.
For fuck's sake.
I mean,
at least with Nem, it's meant to be endearing.
Yeah, I know.
Don't
We
get
just
me...
give Nori a Beyblade.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I would appreciate anything you get there, but it's really not necessary. I'll probably visit it on my own at one point.
Alright. Just wondering if you wanted anything special.
To be honest, I don't even know what they have over there.
Alright, I'll keep my eye out. What do you, mate? Alright, I just take care of yourself, Nori. Don't get yourself killed, lad.
I'm going to have guards and Gemma protecting me. I think I'll be okay.
Holy fuck, Norium, they've things called Beyblades, yeah. Norium, you're not going to believe it. Like, it's the biggest rage in Gallaro. It's ball in a cup. Yeah. Well, I mean, surely you'd get bored cooped up in here all day, wouldn't you? I mean, there's a colour out there on the loose. You haven't forgotten your playing hunter days, have you?
No, but I can take care of myself. As for getting bored, stuck indoors for a long time, Nemesis can vouch for me, I'm used to it.
My brother Morris was like that as well. Never finding solace in books in his own mind, and I know what you mean. Well, look after yourself regardless, and make sure that the roll isn't anything stupid. All right. Take care, my friend, and give him a nod and head out the door.
All right. Okay, so next is Delson looking for potion making cauldrons specifically.
No, that was a joke. I was just looking at the potion and alchemy places.
Right, okay, looking for like any healing potions and such.
Yeah.
Due to preparing for the Civil War, most have been sold out. There's only one lesser healing potion available for about 70 gold.
I'll take it.
Okay. Yeah, and the potion seller's like, I'm sorry, sir. They're taking inventory of everything we've got, so we are going to be a little bit short until they have sufficient reserves.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. But hey, if I come across any ingredients you might need, I could maybe bring them back here.
Oh, of course, I'd be happy to pay for them.
And I'll be happy to look for them.
Okay. So you get a lesser healing potion.
Yeah.
What about everyone else?
I'm okay.
But you've already said the thing that you're going to do, so...
Yeah, I'm fine. I haven't been feeling great, so I'm just passive.
Okay.
Wait, so Gratian literally wants to fuck around and find out?
So the mask of many faces lets you like perfectly disguise yourself, with the exception of like size and height and such. It's like you put the mask on, you try to make yourself look like Valif, you look like a short Valif.
Short Valif.
Someone let the air out of Valith, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. You look exactly like him with it.
Then Delson comes in, looks at this, and thus, pointing Spider-Man meme happens.
Okay. So, you begin to just gather everything together. You have one last check-in with Gemma, who confirms that the the Oberus group, has accepted the terms and everything. And then eventually, you make your way over to the Skyports. There you can see there is a singular ship there, which is the Green Leaf. And as you sort of like walk across the gangplank, you can see various crew members sort of walking around, preparing the ship for launch. And Captain Rayner, who you had as your captain before, sort of like walks up to you all. Well, God's headache, we meet again then.
It's nice to see you again.
Nice to see you
How
too.
you doing, Maynard?
Better. the engine's fully fixed, so we can go a little bit faster. We're just finishing. We've tied everything down. That's going to Mithrilhammer, and we made sure. And we've made sure that all the possessions of the last people we brought over here are no longer here.
Last people?
Yeah, we were told to go to Gallaro to get the Jarnas over here. Yeah, they used to rule Yelmord until...
Right. Of course.
Yeah.
They're staying here then.
As far as I'm aware. Not sure whereabouts.
Lucy gives a nod. Well, we were hoping to have our first flight.
I was just going to keep the ship. Well, thankfully,
That's true.
Both Celestine and these new arcane crystal ships, they don't require refueling per se. It's more the supplies.
Supplies.
Yeah, food, water, all that stuff. Also, you gotta factor in the weather, like a regular ship.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the reasons Greenleaf, if it was a normal vessel, wouldn't survive out in the open ocean. It's too small, too low down, and
So we've heard.
Yeah.
All right, then. Do you have supplies aboard right now?
Oh yeah, no, we'll go for supplies.
How long would that last?
For now, probably a month.
That sounds great then, though it seems we should probably work on a budget, right?
Well, the budget's kind of... The plan is, from what Roland's told me, is I'm going to be going to Mithrilhammer to start some trade going on between them and Exeter.
Correct, yes.
And the plan is that anything that we make in excess, like we buy Summit for like 500 gold, and Exeter's willing to buy it for 550 gold. That 50 gold stays with us, and that's covers our salary and maintenance and all that stuff.
Then that sounds good. I'm looking at the map right now because I know that we were told to not go into Salo territory, which is essentially the big purple.
Specifically, Fallow cities.
Yeah, Salo cities.
Mm-hmm.
Basically,
so that is
north, essentially.
Yeah, north is Salo controlled. Along with Delcross on the bottom, but not as strongly because of the Gilmish hordes.
Yeah.
Yep. We could technically go through Lesdor and above Elven Grove to Mithrilhammer.
Well, yeah, my
well, we can go overhead of the things.
Yeah, my plan for the path right now is going to be skirting by Groffield and Underoak. They're both neutral, so they're not going to really give us much trouble. They don't even have airships anyway.
Alright, then Mithrilhammer would be our first stop.
If that's where you want to go.
Well, we were planning to go to Gallaro, which I also know that we were supposed to look out for a warship of sorts.
Yeah. I mean, if you want, what I can do is it just going to be like just a quick flyby of Gallaro, or you plan on staying there a few days?
We're planning on staying there for a few days, maybe a couple of weeks.
It is a couple of weeks, and what I can do is I can drop you all off at Gallaro and make my way to Mithrilhammer. Now, I've got the paperwork from Roland for all the stuff he wants me to do, so...
Would you all be alright handling that?
Alright, it's ain't the first time we've done trade.
I'm more just worried because of the current political situation.
If anybody asks, our ledgers show that we're under ownership of the God's Headache, who's a neutral party.
Right then. Alright. That's fair. Then yes. Go ahead and drop us off at Gallaro and then continue your business to Mithrilhammer.
All right. Would you like us, once we finish our business, to come back to Gallaro, or just wait until you call for us?
How long do you think it would be to travel from Mithrilhammer to Gallaro?
A couple of days.
We're
not limited by the need to sleep. Well, we do have to sleep, but you know what I mean. The ship doesn't need to sleep.
Yes. I think that we'd know when we have to call for you, so you can go ahead and stay in Mithrilhammer if you so choose.
Alright, might help out with a trade, might be able to get a trade run going as well. Maybe.
I look forward to working with you, as do all of us.
Likewise. Let me introduce you to your crew, just so that you're aware of him. So that big fellow over there points to a large half-orc. That there's Gert. He's one of our ballista operators and also the cook. So while you're here, he's going to be cooking your meals. That one over there points to a human who's sort of like over at the bow of the ship. That's Melv. He's our navigator and lookout. And that one points to a much older-looking human. That's Albert. He's our mechanic and also operates the second ballista. And you know me, obviously.
I look forward to working with you all. We flew with you all before, and you seem to be quite a competent crew.
Aye, and we were doing that with only one engine.
Which only further displays your talents.
Right. Well, we're ready to head off when you all are.
Fucking Nemesis trained in professional flattery.
We should load up the card here, shouldn't we?
I'm trying to think of my plans, because I would very much like to accompany you lot to Mithrilhammer.
I mean, if you want to, you can. I'm confident. I've got all the stuff that I need here. Just really with the trade, if you got a name for someone, then I can go based off that.
I think they can handle it, Trotnar.
I know. Just I've got family. Anyway, look, okay. When you're in Mithrilhammer, see if you can arrange a meeting with a home Vic Glowhammer.
Home Vic Glowhammer. All right, okay. Should be easy enough.
He's one of the king's. He's one of the king's councils. Hopefully, he shouldn't be too hard to find.
Hopefully. If not, I'll just do what I did, then come back and speak with you.
And he'll be getting a bollocking from me, trust me. That's my baby brother. Don't be too overly nice with him, you know.
When it's business, I'm as cutthroat as a pirate.
Good to hear. He likes to take the piss, you know what I mean?
That would be a good challenge to try and take the piss out of me. might just get him with the breathing contest.
Do we have like bunks and cabins and stuff here?
Do we have what? I didn't quite hear you there.
Like bunks and cabins.
Cabins.
Well, for now it's bunks, but could easily change a few of the rooms into cabins. Well, no, we got the captain's quarters, which is my place.
I'm alright with, barracks living, but them, are you alright, in a big room altogether?
Oh no, I'm going to take the captain's quarters from him, despite him working for us, out of the kindness of his heart. I'm such an awful person like that. Nem rolls her eyes. You don't have to change anything. We're fine where we are.
Alright, well,
Indeed.
if you want me to change it into cabins, that's easy enough to do. Just stick up a thin wall there, change the beds a bit. It'll take some time, but it shouldn't really cause too much of an issue.
It's fine. We don't want you putting your back out, mate. Don't worry about it.
How old do you think I am?
Actually, there is one question that I have that is somewhat important.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is there somewhere to wash?
I knew it. Classic Nemesis.
No.
Nem's face just sinks.
Nemesis, where would they get the fresh water from? Where
They
would it
have
go?
storage. I've been on airships where they have that.
I think I know what she's about to ask you to install then.
It's fine. I have my ring, and it's not like I need. It's fine.
Well, I mean, we can get a metal tub in there and just use some of the water, but that's going to cut our supply down a little bit, depending on how often you use it.
Nem, who uses it every single
That'll
day.
That'll be quite
It's
the
all
day,
right.
that's
It's
all.
disappointing, but all right.
I mean, if you want a shower, we can always fly through some clouds.
Nem just. What? Why don't we get a move on?
Alright, so is it just you lot? You're not bringing anything else on?
We're getting our carts and the horses.
Right, okay. Alright. It's going to be a bit cramped for him because we've got the furniture down there, but we can probably fit him.
Well, I can I can dispel one of them, but they won't like it.
Yeah,
Good
we
thing
should
I
have
have
enough
recent-
space. We should have enough space for him.
Man, it's a good thing that I have not resummoned Dio yet.
Right?
Or else it would have been more crap.
Man, poor Knighton is gonna have to stay here.
Knighton is currently being retired. We have my Maelstrom back. He is fine.
I assume...
Is Milo gonna stay here? Or is Milo going with us?
We can't abandon Milo.
He's our mascot.
Okay, I love Milo, and I agree he is our mascot. But man, he gets into like these near-death situations a lot.
He hasn't died yet.
Yeah, he really is our
Yeah,
mascot.
he's a microcosm for the whole group. Yeah, he's a bumbling idiot who almost dies every single day.
Oh no,
Yep.
Brutus.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Okay, we can take Milo with us. I'm just gonna feel bad for him.
I mean, if this is anything like an
He can
old,
have my room.
I mean,
My
if this is essentially an old 18th century ship, but flies through the air, there will be a whole deck that's just animals.
Yeah, alright.
It would make
Let's
sense
go.
to have a donkey there. Why not?
Let's go get our stuff.
Okay. So you get your various beasts of burden and your carts.
Bye,
And,
Knighton.
Yeah. You leave Knighton in the care of Gemma.
Oh my god. Hold on.
Wait, can we? Peach, are you thinking what I'm thinking right
Don't
now?
look near my stud farm.
Yeah,
That's what we
hey.
fucking call it!
Hey!
What?
Yup, we call it Nori's Ark.
Norzark.
Yup. I'm all for changing the name to this.
Alright. So you give Knighton to Gemma to look after. And you get your various other horses and donkey and cart onto the green leaf.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually they pull away from the skyport and start flying off to, I assume, Gallaro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, accurate.
So it's only going to take you about a week to get to Gallaro.
Mm-hmm.
So is there anything that you wish to do during that week?
Can we change it to Nori's Ark?
Yeah, we can rename the ship anything we want, they said.
Oh my god. Is everyone down for it, though?
I'm down for it.
Yeah, why not?
That's so fucking funny. News is gonna get back to them, and Nori's gonna be like, what the fuck?
It's better than any other name. Fuck it, why not?
Yeah, it works for me.
That's funny.
I'll probably be spending most of the week trying not to throw up over the side of the airship.
All right. And you mentioned it like the day or so after. Raina's just currently like piloting the ship, and he's like, "Hey, Nori's Ark." So like looks to either side, and there's just cloud below you at this point. It's like, can I wait till we've landed?
Yes, of course.
Right, gotcha.
I just imagine it's like the fucking dark of night, like Nem woke up in a cold sweat. Just like, that's it, that's the name.
While we're on this ship, can I spend... I just looked into my inventory, so can I spend my time making some regular healing potions?
Sure, so not the lesser ones, no?
Nope, they're regular ones, because I have 2 sets of materials for them.
So regulars take about a week to make, so you'd only be able to make 1.
I'll do it.
Okay. Yeah, so Fortune, you asked to fly through the clouds a few times, which is rather entertaining for you. But yeah, you start just walking around, using spider climb. Though Raina insists that you have a rope wrapped around you.
It's okay if she flies off Nemesis, you can just fly and catch her in her big strong arms. Like Superman.
If Dalton sees her fly off, he could turn Fortune into Eagle.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I know what those spells are like, but I like to put my trust in things I can actually see.
Oh my god, Delson. Would you grant Fortune the permission to fly next to the ship as Bird?
No.
Oh.
I don't trust that she won't just... that she won't end up accidentally running out the time.
They invent the fucking microchip just to put it in Fortune's neck.
Can I ask? I'm guessing it's not like incredibly cold up at the altitude.
It's a bit nippy, mostly just because of the speed that you're going.
Okay.
Like, Raina isn't like pushing the engines to the limit, but he is going like close to full speed.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. And I'm guessing the engines run pretty silently, so we're not, shouting over the sound of the engines.
I mean, there is a audible hum, especially when you're outside. But yeah, no, it's relatively quiet.
Okay, that's fine.
Alright, so you want to teach Archimedes what?
I want to teach him, like, how to start, like, delivering things.
Okay.
So, I'll give him, like a writing utensil and be like, send to Fortune.
Alright, make an animal handling check.
Okay.
$11.
Oh.
Listen,
So-
Archimedes, you've been a thorn in my spine since the day that I got you.
Oh. Oh.
So he figures out to, like, hold on to stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but he doesn't necessarily get the idea of delivering.
Okay.
Yeah, like, sometimes he just, like, you pass him, like, a quill, and you say, go to Fortune, and, like, flies over to like, a perch, and just sort of, like... You know what birds sometimes do when they, like, drop something and just start, like, bobbing their head a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, starts doing stuff like that.
Victory. And Nemesis is just like, no. That was not correct. See, look. Scamper could do it. Maybe learning by example will help you. Can I try to get Scamper to do it?
Animal handling check.
Can I get advantage because he can understand me?
Yes.
Okay.
Get a pry bar.
The pride, for fuck's sake.
Oh, I'm
15.
so happy people got that reference.
Yeah.
15. Okay. So you just kind of like place Scamper down and like, tell him to, deliver it. You just see him like look at it, just reaches down, grabs it in his mouth, and just starts like running about. It takes him a lot longer than you'd expect as you're following him, because he kind of gets lost and doesn't know where Fortune is sometimes. But eventually he does deliver it to Fortune.
There you go. See? I think you took too long for Archimedes' attention span, but you did a good job. I will give both of them a treat. Yeah, that's right, you little fat ass.
I do like how
Just looks up at
Nem.
you and just smoke comes out of the front of his nose as he exhales.
I do love how
What? It's endearing.
I do love how Nem assumes that a sapient tiny dragon who can understand English and a fucking bird are equally as intelligent.
Right.
Nemesis.
Nemesis. Okay, Nemesis only knows horses. Okay.
That's fair.
All animals are just various forms of horse to Nemesis.
Clearly, they must be able to learn tricks.
Actually, I would kind of love to do a character who thinks every animal is just a kind of horse. That sounds amazing.
Literal
Yeah.
character who thinks every kind of bird is a chicken.
Nem has only had experience with 2 types of animals. She's had experience with pseudo-dragons, and she's had experience with horses. And all she knows about pseudo-dragons is that they are 10 times sassier than horses.
At least the ones you have.
Yeah. Because Essie's a bitch.
Alright. So, anyone else want to do anything during the week?
This is just probably for flavor, but is there like, there isn't like a small library or anything on board, is there?
No.
Okay, just wondering. Okay, I want to figure out a way that I can like brush up on my Gnomish.
Do you know Gnomish?
I do know Gnomish, but I haven't spoken it in a long time.
Just start talking to people in Gnomish. Everyone can't understand you, but you know.
Oh my god, Trothmar got too close to the core and went mad. Yeah, yeah, actually, I will. Can I go up to Nem and in somewhat broken Gnomish say, "Hello, how are you? I'd like a pint of beer, please."
Does Nemesis
To
speak
Nem?
Gnomish?
Nem does not speak Gnomish, but she's going to look at Trothnar and essentially just be like,
Yeah.
do I fucking talk to you in Infernal? What the
who did
fuck's
that
wrong
say?
with you, you fucking moron? And she does that all in Infernal.
And I just go, and I say in broken Gnomish, "You have not to be so evil."
Oh, does Rosnar speak Infernal?
Nope.
No, that was a Gnomish.
No, they're both talking in languages that the other one can't understand.
I learned like there were a lot of gnomes and under it when I was growing up. I had to learn Gnomish, but I haven't spoken it in the best part of a century. I'm just trying it out, you know.
Then why not talk to someone that knows it? Maybe Delson, he seems experienced with languages.
Delson does not know Gnomish.
She doesn't know that.
I assume how you're well educated you are and how You were raised. I thought you might know a fuck
I
ton of
was
languages,
taught
honestly.
beautiful languages.
Hey, no much of a certain utilitarian quality to it.
Right. But I mean, I
it sounds like you're.
I was taught languages that were seen as graceful.
What like infernal?
I learned Infernal from Fortune. If my mother heard me speaking it, she'd cut out my tongue.
What does infernal sound like as a language? Out of curiosity.
Very,
Kind of like a
very
Yeah,
guttural noises.
like guttural hisses.
It's like tongues. It's like.
Yeah. I was taught things like Sylvan, or I always had a knack for Celestial.
That is not fucking surprising, knowing your nature, lass.
Looking back on it, it's no surprise that I seemed to know it naturally.
I'm surprised you didn't. I'm surprised the second you stepped out of the womb, you didn't say, "Hello, mother. Have you got any milk in Celestial?"
I was a fairly normal infant, as far as I know. Besides the whole halo effect, metaphorically, around me.
But surely you were given special treatment, as your mum's prized possession. You had a boon.
Of course I was given special treatment. Though it wasn't without its strings.
The fucking way she said that. I was like, yeah, of course people were nice to me. How dare you?
Considering that, you know damn well that Nem's life has been filled with abuse because of those things.
Yeah, I know. But
of course she's incredulous about it.
Yeah. But if you didn't know the true meat of...
Yeah, if you didn't know Nem, you'd be like, what the fuck?
It was like, Jesus, you bitch. Yeah. It's like... let me guess, their way of being nice to you was what? Keeping you trapped in your room all day, trying to force you to shine light on a piece of wallpaper?
I wasn't trapped in my room all day. I had to socialize, get a good footing with other nobles.
Aye, but I thought your mum was always trying to, unlock your whole angelic, divine, hitting shit with a hammer with the power of your gods kind of thing.
She was, but I didn't really have access to it until... Wait. Why are you asking me about this?
Don't know, I'm connecting some dots.
And you want to know about my childhood for that?
I mean, just think about it this way, Nem. We're both from noble families. We've done some fucked up stuff. We're both somewhat fallen from grace, and we're both somewhat trying to make amends and trying to be better people than our relatives. We've got... just for thinking recently that we have so much more in common than we have dividing us. You know that, right?
I could have told you that.
What? I'm sure I am, but I'm a fucking 270-year-old stubborn old bastard. It takes me a while to realise shit like that.
Alright, Grandpa. What do you want to know, then?
I don't... See, I suppose... I kind of had the opposite problem of yours, where... I suppose instead of being... My treatment was much more sort of... harsher, Essentially from the age I could hold a stick, I was... forced to drills and survive in the wilderness, and... got the shite beaten out of me to toughen me up, and that kind of shite,
Well... That's not to say that my life was exactly cushy. I was overprotected, yes, but you have to understand that the cage I was in was also one that I shared with a monster. You're talking about being beaten, I guess. I went through similar things.
Aye.
It wasn't all, I don't know, sweet treats and pillowcases. There was dancing until my feet bled. There was learning these languages until my head spun and I felt absolutely insane anytime that we went outside. There was this fun thing that my mother always did as to not attract attention. Whenever we went outside and we spoke to someone and I was less than perfect, she would give me a warning by, one of those sewing needles.
Aye, my ma had a set from when I bust up my clothes, aye.
I'd be pricked with one of them whenever I made a mistake. It's different. It's just a different shade of whatever you went through.
I understand. I suppose my dad was a little less subtle about it. Do you know what he? Do you know for my what was it? Do you know what he did on my 16th birthday, my dad? I think it was 16, might be 20. I can't remember now. But essentially, the day of my birthday, he had me bound, gagged, knocked unconscious, and thrown to the bottom of a mine in Underick. Given essentially given a short sword and a pack of provisions and said, "Find your way out." That's what my dad did for my birthday. And I fucking scratched and clawed for days to get out of there. Do you know what the fuck he did when I got back out? He said, "Oh, Trotnar, it's good you're not dead. I was getting worried. Now report the quartermaster Ignis. You're lying. Now report the quartermaster Ignis here. He needs to help him clean the stables." That. don't.
Nem actually takes out her hammer. You see this?
Well, your hammer, aye.
She twirls it around in her hand. I got this for my 16th birthday.
It's a nice hammer.
Right, it's very nice. But I was given a choice of either marry some slime ball that would help the family, or I could go and join the Paladins of Tyr.
And he went with Paladin, not slime ball.
It was essentially my only out. It was a way to get out aggression and also not constantly be under a noble's thumb. Plus, there was no way that I was going to have a man touch me.
I feel like deep down you always knew you were going to end up with a fellow ass, you know?
Well, it's not that I particularly dislike men. It's just women are prettier and cleaner.
I mean, I'm not exactly the fucking paragon of cleanliness. I mean, fucking look at me.
Mm-hmm.
I look like I look like the fucking dog mole I had when I was 9.
A what?
A dog mole? You ever have a dog mole?
No. I mean, I didn't really have any pets besides my horses, but it's a dog mole.
Aye, you know what a mole is, right?
Yes, we saw one back in Platinum. I'm not continuing this line of conversation because I'm sure that whatever this thing is probably a hideous creature that will scar me.
Nah, Vessi was a sweet girl, don't be mean to her. You should have seen her fucking... She had the keenest little snifter in Underig.
I'm not sure that I should be taking, that kind of insight on what's cute or not from a man that bathes maybe once a month.
I am getting better, though. You can't doubt me. I've got that down for a couple times every month. Come on.
You still need work.
What's the old phrase? You can't crawl before you can run or something?
Can't walk before you can run.
Aye, so, you know, I'm getting there. Look, I'm fucking... You gotta admit, I'm not as big as a twat I was back in Elman Day. Come on.
I admit that this conversation is very much surprising me. I wasn't expecting you to have this kind of bonding moment with me, if that's what you can call it.
Look, I think with me fucking trying to get to the bottom of the wardens and now suddenly being technically a chief of a high clan, I've kind of realised that, you know, there's shite going on and shite that is affected by me. That's not just me and my sorry plight, you know? So, and I've kind of realised that I've been a kind of a cunt to you. That makes sense?
We've discussed something like that before, yes?
So I'm just trying to get something of a new perspective that isn't just, you know, my ends justify my means, you know?
Right then. I appreciate it.
God, how can you be up here and not feel constantly sick, honestly?
I used to be on these a lot as a child.
No. We didn't. I don't think we ever did. I don't even know a dwarven clan who would use one of these. Look around, folk. I lived under we live on a mountain, for fuck's sake. We're supposed to be up this high, you know?
Well, my family has one of their own, albeit it's in Jurahan. We used to travel to and from.
Did you go on grand tours across the continents? Seeing all the sights and smells a creature can ever experience?
Well, my parents did. For the most part, Nori and I were kept out of sight, you know?
Well, was she like ashamed of you? Surely she wanted to show off her prized baubles.
Nori never got the recognition that he deserved. And with me, there's this long explanation and a multitude of reasons, like the fact that most noble children don't even debut in society until they're at least 13, but also, with me, I essentially needed to be perfect for her means.
Hey, don't the Jirihanians have, like, what the fuck are they called? Like, dilettante balls, where essentially it's like...
Debutante.
That's it. Where essentially it's like, hey, here's all the young people in the fancy families. Now everyone starts chatting and making babies. Isn't that basically it?
Basically, though usually it's to celebrate a certain noble's birthday or coming of age.
Did you have one of yourself then?
I did, yes.
How many people did you punch?
I was the pinnacle of grace. Or so my brother says. He doesn't know that I may have shoved someone off of a second floor balcony.
Let me guess, intentional?
Yes. He deserved it. He was getting handsy.
I'm not saying he didn't. Chances are. I mean, chances are noble types are kind of all the same, I'll take what I want because of a fancy surname,
Not all of them are like that, as we've seen with the Ronas, but there are some more aggressive and greedy ones.
Well, of course, but, exceptions that make the rule and all that.
Yes, that's right.
We didn't have that. We didn't have fancy parties when we came of age. It was just, deals between clans. It was, it was more sort of style of, we want to open business in your city and we want to have open trade. Tell you what, let's sail it with a fucking marriage. That kind of thing,
We had similar things, but it was... I think it makes it easier to swallow with the glitz and glamour.
I know, we didn't have any of that.
Nope.
We didn't have any of that pomp and circumstance. It was very much matter of fact. It was just simply, tell you what, we'll have that man and you can marry my daughter. That kind of shit,
I almost wish it was that honest here.
My dad was talking about getting me married off when all collapsed. Do you know that?
I feel sorry for that woman.
I feel like the Dwarven lassies know what to expect. I mean, I don't want to say that. I mean, same thing, yeah, I don't want to say that all dwarf men are stinking slobs, but it's a stereotype for a reason,
So it seems.
Well, I've got a reputation to uphold, I might as well.
To be fair, I think that whatever person was going to be my spouse is quite unfortunate, too. Not only would they have been under my mother's thumb, but, I mean, you've met me. I'm a bitch.
Well, only a bitch when someone deserves it, I suppose.
Yeah, but you remember I wasn't like that originally.
True, but we're all capable of, fucking growth and change and becoming better men. That doesn't get lost with age. At least I like to fucking hope.
I think you'll need to keep that in mind for yourself. Not for me.
I know the fucking truth.
Nemesis just ruffles Strothnar's hair with a smirk.
Okay.
And I look down, try and figure out which of my hands are the grubbiest and wipe them on Nemesis' head.
Nim's face just sours. And we were having a moment. And she walks away.
Aww.
Okay. So.
Was not expecting that.
Same. So the remainder of your journey is left uneventful. I probably have to restart my music now because of that. That was cleaning my goddamn mouse. I kept hitting the back button. Because of course I did. There we go. Eventually, on the 6th night, as you're just as you're preparing to go to sleep, you hear some sounds in the distance, just very echoey, like.
That's strange.
Very strange.
Like in the middle of the night?
Not in the middle of the night. Like it's definitely night, but you lot haven't gone to sleep yet.
Okay. Can I go up front and see what might be making that noise?
Yep, make a perception check.
Okay. Perception.
Okay,
Okay,
guess
for fuck's sake.
I walk
I
out.
wish I had Merlita's luck.
I guess I walk out onto the deck, yawning and with holding my warhammer in one hand to see what's going on as well.
I'll go out on it after putting away the supplies for the brewing of the potion.
What the fuck is going on? I was just about to get asleep over there.
I was just stopping work on my potions.
It sounds like it's coming from below us, pretty far below.
What about Saturday? What are we over?
Well, we're over the Soul River. Melv! You can see Melv's just kind of like over at the front near Nemesis, just to like look in. You see anything, lad? Just gonna roll perception for him. Damn, natural 19 for Melv. And you sort of see him like look about. He looks down a bit and just waits for a few seconds. Looks like it's some vessels down below firing. So like points in a direction. Nemesis right where you are. It's difficult to see because even though it's a clear night, it's still night.
Mm-hmm.
And then after just looking at the area that they're pointing for a few seconds, you see like small puffs of flame sort of peering from what you can now see is a few vessels. A few seconds later, you see them like crash onto the terrain to the side. Melf like looks around. Pass me the spyglass, eh? Raina just quickly like tosses spyglass as he just pulls out and looks. Oh yeah, looks like the Ardhim Navy.
The what?
The Ardhim Navy.
That's the Groffield ships, eh?
Aye, yeah. They're.
I'm just surprised.
So like looks over to where the explosives are. Ah, that be it. Gilmesh.
I thought the Gilmesh were down by Elmord.
Yeah, but they're still moving up here. Or they're trying to. So like looks over at it. It's only a few of them that are running away scared.
Should we help the survivors?
Nah. So like puts the spyglass away and passes it back to Rena. Those cluster shells that they're using.
Cluster shells.
Yeah, so you know like a cannonball, right? Imagine a cannonball
Yes.
filled with hundreds and hundreds of smaller little balls that explode outwards when it collides.
That's interesting.
We have something like that in NASA, actually, but much smaller than a cannon.
Sweet Morane's beard. So they basically get fucking shredded on impact.
Yeah, there's
It's a ball-bearing bomb.
Yeah, I think in the real world it's called canister shot or grape shot.
Canister shot. Oh, grape. Yeah.
Canister shot, yeah.
Although the grape shot and such is more
They're like little bitty cannonballs, aren't
yeah, but not like as numerous as these ones are.
they? Okay.
Yeah, it looks like a small group of Gilmish people, maybe about 20 of them. Well, that's how many I counted.
So I'm guessing it's just like a small little raiding party, not like the Grand Invasion Force.
If it was a grand invasion force, then we'd be probably turning around, or we'd be turning our ballistas on them.
It's just a few, though.
Yeah. The Autumn Navy's, powerful. Looks to me that they've got that little path locked down. Only other place a Gilgamesh can go is, around the south of Platinum Hold. But good luck getting past Delcross. That thing was built as a fort, way before the Grasp existed.
Well, as we saw, they got past the graphs, so we shouldn't get too cocky.
Oh, who's being cocky? I'm just saying, so long as whatever destroyed the Grasp doesn't destroy it, should be okay. Hopefully, maybe.
That just gave me, like, dread in my soul.
Yeah.
That fucking foreshadowing.
Yeah, that's like someone saying like, "Don't worry, the Titanic's indestructible." 2 days before it sinks.
Yeah.
Well, they don't know. Yeah, you don't know. No one knows.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah.
Iceberg is just like, are you sure about that?
Fucking
Bill
thanks.
Iceberg, yeah.
Fucking NPC.
He does see you like, so like, look a bit where he's like, it's... Hey, worst comes to worst, that's probably a good way to bring the families back together again, but it's fine. Ordim's got this side sorted from the looks of things. So, like,
Well, I mean, the death of tens of thousands, aye.
Yeah.
Right. Then. Nem just looks so uncomfortable because they just, like, jinxed so much shit.
Yeah. Trothnar's more uncomfortable with the fact that, like, what's the captain called again?
Raina.
Basically, Raina saying like, well, the extermination of an entire city would be useful in the coming battles.
Oh
like,
my god.
Everybody's still like looking at it, it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna shut up now.
Then I suppose we can all leave them be then.
You are gonna say hello to him?
What the?
No, just gives him this look of like not sure if he's being sarcastic.
Yeah, me too. It's like, wait, what? You mean like get properly acquainted with the fucking navy, or with the several hundred pieces of the Gilmish?
Oh, just a flyby saying hi to the navy.
Sure.
I don't.
She genuinely doesn't know if he's kidding or not.
Honestly, I don't know if you're fucking joking or not, mate, but I think we should get to Delcross as quick as we can. Not Delcross, fucking Gallaro as soon as we can. And because, I mean, the initial party, who knows they haven't got a fucking, spies and shite working for Natalia Thallo. All it would fucking take for this entire operation to get fucked with one of them blabbing to
Lad. I'm kidding.
Alright, good. Next time you tell a joke, fucking warn us first, alright?
But it's fun seeing you
At
run
least
your
I
mouth in
wasn't the
panic.
one that talked his ear off.
No, I don't. Look, I'm already quite uncomfortable in this fucking thing. I don't want to be plummeting to the ground on it.
Wait, you're uncomfortable? I fucking love this thing.
I honestly haven't been this sick since I was a fucking wee bear and hadn't figured out which cave mushrooms were bad to eat.
Yeah. I mean, I could do it, but, Warlands are a bit of a pain in the ass for this thing.
Don't worry, Trothnar. If you fall off, I'll probably catch you.
Don't worry. I don't want to stop you from whatever busy thing you're doing. I mean, how long does it take to wash that hair of yours?
You started sounding really muffled.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah.
Right, sweet. I said, am I sounding better?
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe my
Yeah.
microphone had tucked into one of the many folds under my chin. I said, don't worry, I don't want to keep you from important business. I mean, how long does that fucking hair take to wash? Hours?
It depends on what products I have, but it takes quite a lot longer than you even take to step into the bath.
And so, And so having to come and
Yeah,
risk,
food.
and so having to fucking rescue a fucking hurtling, a fucking dying dwarf would ruin their day, wouldn't it?
Nem just once again just pats his head, and she is gonna go to Fortune, who I'm assuming is already like getting ready for bed.
I just want to say
Passed out on the bed. Nobody
Yeah.
knows.
I just want to say that all that stuff I was saying was an accident that I decided to roll with.
Nice.
Before I accidentally build up another illusion accidentally.
Good stuff, yeah.
And just like,
What are you
there's a-
hiding?
Oh shit! I mean, this. And I just made it worse. Fuck it, I'm gonna roll with it. Yep. So
Fucking Nem just flops down on Fortune, crushing her instantly.
Roll a new character.
yeah, roll
Really
your
into
character.
that.
Nem falls. Fortune dies.
Fortune
Yeah,
died
yeah.
the way she wanted to.
Yeah.
Crush under them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sandwiched between thighs that mighty, no mortal could even hope of surviving to die.
Nemesis cosplaying as the huge vampire lady from the new Resident Evil.
God.
Wait, would
Honestly,
she have to die?
not gonna lie.
Again?
Not gonna lie, that's kind of how I picture Nat, but less sexy.
Yeah, it would definitely be Goth Nem again.
Yep. Wait, how you picture
Oh
her?
no, not Gotham. Oh no.
Wait, how you picture her too?
My Scorchipede is running, and it's the most hilarious thing I've ever seen in my life because
And-
it's so slow.
Pardon?
How you picture two?
How I picture who?
Natalia.
Yeah, I picture as basically just a much less sexier version of Dimitriescu or whatever the name of the vampire lady is.
I think she's basically a lot shorter too.
Yeah.
A lot shorter.
I don't know.
less sexy.
Nori's insanely tall.
I mean, you're like 6'5", aren't you?
Nemesis is 6'2", Nori is 6'5".
I'm 4'3".
Yeah, so them being really tall is probably a Thalo trait.
Probably, yeah. They're like the Dutch.
It means Trofnar can say bold words to someone in kneecap busting range.
Yeah.
Call back.
I'll fucking
Oh,
headbutt
that's
you
such a
so hard your
crap
shins
ball.
are like a cannon.
Bold word for someone in Eldritch Blast range.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So the next morning, you finally begin to see, just as you go through a small bank of clouds, you finally see the city of Gallaro. Now, Gallaro looks a bit different. Many of you have been in cities, so you have a good idea of how they're structured. This one almost looks like, you know, like how the towns are like laid out in Attack on Titan,
Yeah.
where it's sort of like towns within a large wall.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that. You can see like several what looks like buildings with large expanses of grassland around some large walls. The only thing that you see that looks similar to a actual city is there's a large building that looks a little bit like a castle. But next to it you can see a large sort of almost like metal box, which from this distance would mean that it's positively huge. If anyone's looking at this, go ahead and make a perception check.
Yeah, I'll be
looking at this. With my
It's
with my
giant
gnome
metal.
knowledge, would I know what I'm looking at?
Hmm?
With my gnome knowledge, would I know what I'm looking? Yeah, I do.
Okay. Let me just quickly get to my Gallaro notes, because I made a lot of notes.
I'm sorry, but you said a big metal thing in distance. There's only one thing my brain's thinking now. You probably know what it is.
Is it a big metal thing in the distance?
By you, I mean Tom.
I just want to meet Baba Kenai. He's probably dead, but.
Oh, right, the astrologer who maps the moons.
The astronomer.
Yep.
Not astrologian.
Sorry.
An astrologian is...
Yeah.
What's an astrologian?
Astrologian is a class in Final Fantasy XIV, which you can play for its free trial.
Yeah.
The Heaven Sword expansion
I
allows
can't
you
do it,
to,
Thomas.
with the Heaven Sword expansion included in the free trial, you too can also play the Astrologian class, of which I'm getting confused with.
Yeah.
Please tell me that this advertisement is going to be in the video on YouTube.
Jesus.
When do I fucking edit any of these videos?
Not sponsored by Final Fantasy XIV.
Not sponsored by Final
Nice.
Fantasy XIV, but could be sponsored by Final Fantasy XIV. Square, Mr. Square Enix, call me.
Mr. Square and Mr. Enix.
Yoshida.
Mr.
Here's my phone
Yoshida,
number.
Mr. Yoshida, I will do a Final Fantasy XIV one shot if you sponsor me.
Oh my god. That's funny.
Okay, so what you can see within this large metal box, because there is no top to it, is you can see a large wooden structure with several masts pointing out from the top of it. This appears to be a very large ship.
Well, shit. Okay.
Is this the thing that we were looking for?
The Pride of Jurahan.
Part of Jehan.
Pride of Jurahan.
Yeah.
So this thing is still docked.
So you can see
Okay.
Melv is looking at it through the spyglass. It's like, hey boss, Pride's still in there. You see Reynard's passed the wheel over to one of the other crew members, and he just like takes the spyglass and looks at it as well. Aye, that's good. So like looks to all of you lot who are looking at it now. It's like, impressive, ain't it?
Yes, I've seen big galleys and destroyer ships or naval vessels, but to see something this large and believe that it flies.
Things
Wow.
apparently sturdy enough to make the journey all the way across the continents, maybe even far as the eastern continents.
Wow.
Not that there'd be any point going there.
Man, that is amazing.
How
Yeah,
much fucking wood's in that thing? It's like a whole fucking forest.
probably. I don't know how they went about building it. I just know they went about building it. It's a bit of a secret to the public, but not to us airship pilots. Yeah, I mean, look at it. You can't exactly miss it if you're flying over here.
I was about to fucking say, they must be keeping something pretty fucking stealthy, like giant metal box like that.
I mean, people that know Gallaro quite a bit knows that's likely like a testing area or a building area of some sort.
Maybe it's where they keep the sirens.
Excuse me, what?
Nothing. I'm joking about mermaids.
Ah.
Uh-huh.
Wouldn't they have to keep mermaids in the sea?
That is
Yes, and Gallaro is a giant island.
Yeah, no, we got Lake Gallaro and it's pretty damn big.
yes, it is. You guys can tell that
Okay.
Delton is zoomed out at this point, and he's just
Okay, so
in awe of the ship.
just so I can help picture what Gallaro looks like. So essentially, is there like a massive wall around the entire island in the middle of the lake?
I mean, there's still like it's not like the wall goes from like shore to shore. There is still like land outside of the walls, which you can see is where there's like farms and such. Although there are a few on the interior. No, there's a few miles of land between the walls and the
Okay.
shore.
Okay, just wondering.
I got an image that might help you better picture it.
Something, Diego. Oh yeah. I've seen Attack on Titan. Don't worry.
Yeah, so imagine like that outer wall is just regular wall, and then the inside has got like various little towns,
Okay.
and then you got like this
And
big,
then
big building and
and
this
then a
metal
castle
box.
and the big box.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
As you sort of like approaching, Mel speaks up. Captain, we got a vessel approaching. It's signaling to disable our weapons. He takes his spyglass and looks. Aye, right on cue. Right. Get them ballistas unloaded. So like turns to the rest of you. Gather a patrol vessel. It's fine, I got this.
It isn't to worry about.
Nah.
This is where it turns out to be pirates and they board our ship.
Undoubtedly, yeah.
Goddamn Skyrates.
You can see where they're indicating. You can see a ship roughly about the same size as the Green Leaf. So like gradually approaching. And you can see almost like you can see like various flags up there. Unfortunately, none of you have much sailing knowledge, so you can't recognize it. But Rena seems to recognize the what the flags mean. So you watch as a crew like quickly scurry around. They sort of like pull the ballista back so it's facing inward on the ship. They take the ammo out, like release the bowstring so it's not actually pulled back, and just sort of like jam it into the in the channel so it can't actually fire. Reyna also like goes to where the where the wheel is, and so like disables the engine. You hear the hum of the engines just sort of like die out, so now you're just floating there. Eventually, this ship shows up. You can see it's got, as I said, it is similar to Greenleaf, but it has got several more ballista. A few of them are pointing directly at the ship itself. And as it sort of like stops alongside, they sort of like throw a rope over, which the crew sort of like grab and sort of like tie it together, and a gangplank is placed down. And then you see an individual walk across. It's a gnome, a male gnome, like short-cut black hair, wearing plate mail with an emblem on it. Reynard just sort of like walks up. Trofnar, you're the only one that understands this because they talk in Gnomish.
Ooh, fun. Okay.
So you sort of like stare at each other for a minute or two before the gnome goes, Reynard? Turn up. That's Captain Mithrop to you. Right. You know you were here a few days ago, eh? Little mission? Yeah, well, now it's, what, I can't come to Gallaro? It's off limits to me now or something? You don't know we got two wars going on, eh? Yeah? And we're a neutral party. Reynard, this is the Green Leaf. This is a Rona family vessel. So you'd think that, wouldn't you? He speaks in common to this one. Dad, Mel, go get the ledger. Mel just nods and heads downstairs. They just go like stand there, staring at each other. And eventually they start speaking again in Gnomish. Look, I'm in a bit of a hurry here, so could we like continue this conversation still, or... Right, let's go by the assumption that this is a neutral party. Who is it? It's these lot. So, like, indicates to you all. They're called the Godhead, the Plane Hunters. And that's a neutral party? Oh, come on, you're not going to go on about the Fallows hatred of them, are you? No, they're a neutral party. We'll see what the ledgers say. Right.
I love how it's known that the Sallows hate the God's Headache.
Yeah, is that common knowledge?
They hate
by the way.
they hate the Plane Hunters.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Good, fuck me. If it was
They
just like
probably do hate us
they know that
particularly
Nat hates
well.
us specifically, we'd be in trouble.
They probably do.
Okay.
Yeah,
Probably, yeah.
All right. Well, let's go with the normal stuff. Are you carrying any contraband in here? And if so, what is it? Well, we got contraband. It's not bound for Gallaro. It's bound for Miflhammer. I'm just dropping these lot off. It's furniture. Furniture for the High King of Miflhammer. Oh, and we got a few horses and a cart and such, but that's, that's it. Yeah, I know, that's different. About another minute or so before Mel comes back with the ledger, passes it to the gnome, who sort of like looks at it for a minute or two, and sort of like after a little bit just shrugs, closes the ledger, and hands it back to Raina. Right, okay. It's no longer part of... That's going to be... I'll have to let the other patrols know. Right, okay. All the skyports are free for you to use, except Van Duke's. Security and all that. The Pride of Jurhan? Hi, the Pride of Jurhan. Alright, I'll let Lisa know. What about Van Duke itself? Oh no, the town's fine. Just don't go near the, testing area. Don't use the skyport and you're fine. Right. Okay. Right. See ya, Raina. See ya, Captain. And just quickly, he goes... he crosses gangplank again, pulls it away. The crew releases the, releases ropes and everything. And the ship flies off. Raynar turns to you all. Right, so... we got it all sorted. I can drop you off at any of the skyports, except for Van Duke's.
That'd be so fucking funny. Oh my god, it's his fucking ex.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's the new headcanon.
Gotta say it is always nice. Gotta say it is always nice to see two old friends reunite,
Not really. I always have a problem with these assholes.
So, we're not restricted from any part of the city, right?
Well, you can't go in the castle, obvious reasons, and you can't go in the
Obviously.
training. You can't go in the testing area, obvious reasons. They got a big old prototype airship in there, for crying out loud.
Should we also include whatever barracks they have for obvious reasons?
Yeah. Let common sense dictate it for you.
Nemesis looks smug.
So, in terms of your options, then,
Raina.
yeah, that's how it's pronounced. That's how it's spelled. Even.
Thank you.
Alright, what are we working with, Cap?
Well, it depends. Usually the towns are themed around things. You got Loppet, which is the trading town predominantly. They've got the least amount of gnomes there. Obviously Van Duke's out of it, but that's a research town. You then got Muppetros, which is the military district area. The other one we've got is, let me find it, is Arfar, which is Celestine, Arcane, Artificer stuff, and Happilance, which is kind of hard labor.
Is there no residential here?
Oh yeah, don't get the wrong idea. Like they're like a town. So like in the town, you got the places of work, but you also got your inns and your places to sleep and such.
I
The place
see.
is
So it's like a
specified
town
legally.
within a town.
Yeah.
It's Townception.
Don't know what that is.
A little
Probably
bit.
will be good for the theater.
A little bit confusing, but I think I understand.
The
Well, you guys have a theater?
The easiest way to think of it is, don't think of them as like separate towns. Think of them as separate districts.
Right then.
Right, okay.
That helps.
Yeah, the gnomes they don't like cities, so they prefer to keep it as towns. That's the only reason this thing's designed like this. You could probably ask, guys, I know there's a really annoying person in Lapa who just loves running a mouth, but she could tell you more about it.
Mm.
And where is this?
She normally just wanders around. If she sees anyone that looks new to the place, she is like, "Hey, let me, take you around here."
She's a tourist monger.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Can't tell you how many times she begged me to to go around and learn that stuff. I've been to Gallaro
Of
plenty
course,
of
obviously,
times.
doesn't come cheap, her expertise.
Last I remember, she was charging a gold for it.
Fucking hell.
Hmm.
Well, maybe her incessant bugging of you is less so because you don't know the town and more so because of, Nem just stops.
Because
She doesn't want to
maybe
say
it's
something
more
mean.
so she wants to be closer to you. Nelson will continue this with this.
The
Bit of a
lady could be
poison.
my great-grandmother.
Nem is so glad that Delson took the bullet. So, I don't think we particularly mind where we are dropped off.
So you're just making me pick then, eh? Alright. I'm going to roll to see which one he goes for.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yay.
Let's see. He's gonna go for. So that's 1. That's 4. That's 3. That's 4. Right. Arfar it is then.
Which one was that?
That is the
Artificer.
Oh, yeah, that's all there.
Arfar, the
Okay.
birthplace of the
Twinkling of the
Artificer.
pages.
Oh boy. Nem just remembers Nori.
Basically, it's Disneyland for nerds, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this will.
So he gets the engines running again and starts to make his way towards Gallaro. He does give the central area and the test the test thing a wide berth.
Yeah.
But eventually docks at.
Don't want to be suddenly shot down or something.
But then
That would just
eventually
ruin
docks at one of the skyports.
Yay.
I thought that was trading, not training.
Oh, trade. Oh, shit. Sorry, yeah, I spelled that
Yeah,
wrong. It is
Yeah.
Loppet is a trading town.
Sorry, that I know you said that. I think that was a trip of the typing, trip of the hands.
Okay.
That's where we'll go. That's where I can probably go to get gunpowder or look for it.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that we'll probably go to the trading town, but the fucking arcane place.
Tom, I have.
Nem has some stuff to do there for Nori.
Yeah, Trothna has as well.
I'm going to look around this place.
All right.
I just have an explore. Oh my god, we can get the recipe to make flavor bombs.
We already have something in the works for that.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay.
It's
Also, just out of curiosity, what's the distance between the districts? How much land between them?
It's only a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Maybe 5 miles between each.
Got it. Okay.
All right, but they're going to go ahead and drop us all off.
So they drop you all off and such.
Get our horses and our cots, and poor little Milo. Been through so much.
give Milo
Yes.
apple.
We need to find Milo a cute. One day we need to find him a cute donkey girlfriend.
Okay,
But then
Milo is I don't think that he's interested in any of those things. He's too dumb.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
Milo is
fine.
here for-
We will make.
He's like Valeth.
Yeah.
He's here for emotional support.
Yeah.
The lesser Milo, kindred spirits.
Yes.
We could make him a little vest that says emotional animal.
Emotional support donkey.
Just
Are
start
we
bringing
sure
him in everywhere.
It's like, no,
Are we sure?
he's allowed to
I'm
come.
not allowed this.
Mini
are
horses,
we-
I think, are technically considered support animals. So we
Yeah.
could.
I would
God.
kind I would
Unless
kind of
you're
love.
with Delta, I know one of the
Yeah.
American airlines is like, no, we're only allowing support
Yeah.
dogs.
Yeah, I just thought that Nate of the amazing idea of like we get like a little jacket of him that says emotional animal and someone just goes, isn't that supposed to be emotional support animal? He says no,
No.
he's nervous wreck.
How do we know that Milo isn't simply future Valath?
It's possible.
That would be a twist,
Is
actually.
that the reason why he put up carrying Trothnar's fucking alcohol so he could get buffed to be the best little donkey he could be?
Yep.
All right. So,
He's not carrying my beer now.
as you all sort of finish like getting everything out, Reynard just sort of like gives you a wave and fires up the engines again and leaves heading in the direction of Mithrilhammer.
Yay!
Did everyone make sure to take down their belongings before it left?
Everyone, remember the buddy system.
Oh no, I left my sewing kit on there. It will be fine.
Nemesis holds Fortune's hand.
Aww.
Okay, so welcome to Gallaro. It's currently the morning, so what do you wish to do?
Well, first of all, we need to familiarize ourselves with the buildings and stuff around here.
Aye.
That's true. We could spend our time exploring the town.
Yep.
I must
Especially
find
to
all
find-
of the nooks and crannies. I must be fast transport.
You'll be with Fortune as she's exploring that right now.
As is my job.
All right then.
I don't know what I'm doing. Can I come with you guys?
No.
Well, I mean, we all. Well, I mean, we're all going exploring. So,
This
First
is
we'll
where
find-
Nem and Fortune go off, and Fortune goes to find all the back alleys, and then they find like the secret fucking like Artificer black market.
Interesting.
What's
Oh my
interesting?
god, Nemesis would literally never do that ever.
I think
yeah, I think we'll go find
I
find an inn first, and then we'll go
Yeah.
on to explore.
Yeah.
I think
Take a
Nen
look
would
with you
think diddling is the same thing as doodling. Like, why would I make rough sketches in a back alley? Why?
It's called graffiti, and it's art.
That
Oh
is
my
true.
god.
Okay, so you're looking.
It's
So
mostly
for those of you
back
that are looking for inns, are you looking for just inns in this particular town, or just Gallaro in general?
It'll take all fucking day to do Gallaro in general, wouldn't it?
Not really.
Yeah. So
I love
let's
how you're talking to God in the Trostner voice.
Aye, I mean,
So
I mean-
based on like the distance between the towns,
Yeah, let's look for some.
it would take you a couple of hours, but not necessarily all
It would
day.
also.
Like 3 or 4 hours.
It
each
would
of the
also
towns
mean
like
we'd
5
get
miles
to-
apart.
Yeah, which you can easily get to within an hour or so.
Oh, okay, we've got carts technically and horses and stuff, I suppose.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And also, we are
And it would
incredibly
let
good
us-
power walkers.
And it would let us look around a little bit better.
Go on
you
then.
know?
Go on then. Let's do the whole city.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah.
Okay,
Adventure.
make an investigation check then.
I'll do it.
I am the world's greatest detective, so
15. What was that? what was that? Was that being the greatest detective?
Here, I might as well roll as well. Investigation, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it tracks.
he found rocks.
So one thing that you kind of realize as you're going through the various towns is that they're while they're also like themed in what they do, they all look relatively the same, barring a few things. For example, As you go into Van Duke, it uses more like white cobblestone and such. In a lot of names I can't remember. In Arthar, for example, there's like piping and such from very Celestine contraptions. So a lot of the inns in some of the towns are specifically gnome-sized.
That's annoying.
There's a handful that aren't, but predominantly most of the towns are like more aligned to gnomes. For example, let's find it. Like Van Duke, you find one that's called the Bookshelf, and you sort of like you go into it and you can see it's for one thing, like Trovnar could probably fit in there, but it's a tight squeeze. But like Valiv just takes one look and it's like, I can't fit in there.
Yeah.
And so like as you like peek through the windows, you can see it literally looks like a library with people sort of like sleeping on like, you know, human bookshelves.
So cute.
They're so
I'm just
used
amazed.
as a sort of like bookshelves, they're essentially using them as like bunk beds.
Nice.
Nice.
So you sort of head over. You find a few pubs as well, but for the most part, like a lot of the inns are not very human orientated, like medium creature orientated. You do find one in Lopet, called, and this is where I regret designing Gallaro as I did, but it's fine. So you find two that are in Lopet, which it's one of the more larger cities, larger towns, because of, you know, it being more focused to the taller creatures. So the two that you find is Strun's Place and Liam's Nest of various sizes.
Liam's nest of various sizes, huh?
I've had this planned before any of your story stuff.
Liam's nest of various sizes.
I kind of want to look at the nest of various sizes.
I'm more thinking, like, why does he need various nests of various sizes?
For you see, Liam is a very famous courtesan.
Oh my god. That's it. Fucking Liam is just like this really famous prostitute.
Sorry.
Yep.
What was the name of the two inns again, so I can write them down?
Liam's Nest of various sizes
Nest.
and
Yep.
Strun's Place.
No idea who either of those blokes are, frankly. Actually, can I just quickly roll? Have I ever heard of a Leon Strun?
You've never heard of these now.
Just thought I'd check.
Yeah. The other inn that you find that's, you know, focused more for not small folk is simply called the Haplit's Resting Place in Hapliant, which is a labor focused area.
Well, I kind of want to first explore the nest of everything. Then we can check out the other ones.
Okay. So, you get directions of where Liam's nest of various sizes is. I'm just roll something. Okay, Miss Tourist Guide does not see you.
Yay! Oh yeah, because Lopat, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Low pot.
Wait, are there lops in the pot?
What?
Are there any lops in the pot?
I don't know what you're referring to with that.
As in, like, monsters, creatures, great and small.
No, a lop is a type of rabbit.
Nope.
Oh yeah, you do get lop rabbits. So the ones with like one ear sticky up and one ear down, yeah. We used to have one of them, I think.
So, as you get pointed towards it, it becomes very clear which one it is. to give you the best example, because it looks like a mishmash of like buildings put together. The best example would be the house from Hello Neighbor, but smaller, obviously. You can see there's like various brickwork and woodwork and such. You can see it's got things that are like propping it up against the other parts of like other houses. People are walking past though without a worry. But this appears to be the place.
Might as well take a quick look inside, see what kind of atmosphere it is.
Just in case.
Alright. So, despite how bizarre it looks like from the outside, the inside looks rather normal. You know, it's a nice warm floors and chairs and such. And at the far end, you can see, so like where the bar is and such, you can see a Kenku. Jet black feathers, so like bright green eyes and such, and has like a little bonnet on their head. And they're just kind of there, like, there isn't much clientele right now, so he's just kind of like sitting on a chair, just relaxing.
Can I wave to the Kenku?
You wave to him, and he just nods.
So, do you run this place by any chance?
So just to clarify,
And I will get out some paper.
So just to clarify,
And
as the Kenku speaks, he does speak in various voices, but I'm just going to give him a general voice, because it will be annoying for everyone involved if I just keep rapidly switching the voice.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So he says, "Yes, I run this fine establishment. My name is Leon."
It is nice to meet you, Leon.
You can put the
Rather
paper away.
pleasant.
I've dealt with enough people to hold a conversation.
I shall do so then. Understood.
I want to hear him say curse words.
Go fuck
I
yourself.
think I live for this now.
In my broken gnomish, I ask, are there much groom free?
Trostnar, you don't need to.
I do not understand why you are talking to me in Gnomish. You can clearly hear me speaking in common.
Exactly.
Does he only speak Gnomish, or?
No.
Sorry.
No, he's just an idiot.
That's fair. I thought...
No, see, this is where you just keep speaking in Gnomish because now you don't want to be like rude or racist.
Sorry,
Man in his head.
I thought,
More
you know, this big
times.
Gallaro, I thought you'd be more comfortable in... Never mind. So, do you have... you got any available rooms?
Yes, I have plenty of rooms.
Okay, we'd like to... rent tonight, please?
Alright, how many and what size?
Wait, how many of us are there?
There's seven of
Seven.
us.
7 of us usually.
Right, okay, so...
We usually get 4 rooms.
Yeah.
For, like... 4 rooms that are, like, good for... people who are about... 6-7 feet?
For the medium rooms. Of course, I have plenty of those.
And
Yeah.
Steam room, underground room, elf room, horse room.
And is Is there a chance? There's not a chance that the room we're going to be sleeping in is going to collapse onto the road, right?
Considering how long this place has been here, it hasn't collapsed once yet.
Did you build this
Wait,
place?
how long has it been here?
About 10 years?
Huh.
It
I
used to
see
be my
then.
parents.
Ah.
And then so what? You just started building another house on top of it and beside it and stitched it all together?
No. We can go like to build things in a way that makes it feel comfortable. This felt comfortable.
And
I totally understand.
whatever wets your whistle, I suppose.
If you think about it, the Kenku just stole your voice.
That's deep.
Yes. It is very deep.
Yeah, just all the rest of the party gets there, and then just in like perfect trough, he goes, "Ah, good night, mate." Whoa.
Yeah.
So are you going to be booking these rooms or no?
Yes.
Let's go for it. Aye.
Very well. So it is 4 people. For that, for medium size, to be. That is already down to 1 gold. It would be 1 gold, 2 silver, but you know,
For all the rooms.
for all 4 rooms, yes.
Aye,
I'll give the gold.
Just plucks it from your hand.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it is. Oh wow, I just got that. Yeah.
I'd like to give an extra gold. Pay
But-
good shinies.
But you guys are. But you
Oh.
and them are.
You're not there.
Yeah, we're not there.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I
We're
was
exploring
away.
the town.
Yeah.
Give extra shinies.
I feel like Kenku a bit like more sophisticated and civilized to be like addicted to shiny rocks.
You don't know.
You don't
I
know.
don't know, but I'm trying not to be racist.
Ed, I am civilized and I am addicted to shiny rocks.
That's
I don't
true.
think it
Debatable.
matters. The shinies are shiny.
So
Exactly.
uncivilized.
But that's me like assuming that like all women love shiny rocks like you do.
Okay, should I point to the massive ass collection of glitter over there? Or the shinies over there? Or the dice box? Or the glittery Christmas tree sitting on top of the bookshelf with the Godzilla collection?
Also,
Just remember,
Ed,
all women are just like Anne.
Ed, don't forget as well. What is most often on an engagement ring?
Misery.
I was going to say a chunk of cheese.
It's a shiny rock, for God's sakes.
I mean, what else can easily be pawned off back when women didn't have enough rights to own an actual fucking bank account?
Fair enough. Okay, so we get rooms in this ramshackle place.
It's not ramshackled.
Come on.
Oh my god. See, that's racist.
But no, but from the outside, it's a bunch of houses stitched together. That's the definition of ramshackle.
Insulting this man's place of work.
Exactly. Shame it.
Pride and joy.
Stop guilt tripping.
Just because it's different looks stitched together does not mean it's badly constructed.
That's right, you're insulting his inheritance.
Yeah.
You monster.
I said that out of character, I'm sorry.
Okay, so when you are ready to sleep, come to me and I will hand you the keys to sleep.
Understood. And Is there any place to get a drink and food here or nearby?
You're one of those people, aren't you?
What, drunkards?
You don't know, do you?
Well, we're new in town and we've never been here.
Right, of course, my apologies. How crazy would you like your place of drinks to be?
Anywhere that has good food?
And as long as the drink isn't, like, badger piss, aye.
Oh, don't
This
worry.
is where he sends us to like a fucking club.
Oh, don't worry. You don't need to worry about that. I just mean... Gallaro looks like a nice and proper city, but that's because we are in the day. Whole different ballgame at night.
Wait. Wait, so you're saying that essentially, as soon as the sun goes down, all the gnomes here turn into fucking party animals?
There's a pub called Closing Time. You would not closing time, clock out. It used to be closing time. You would probably be best going there.
Wait, is that like the most, like, mild entry level in the craziness?
It is a place that is rather popular, even among people here. They often leave La Part to head there. It's in Van Duke.
This is where, like, you know, the sun is starting to set and Nemesis and Fortune are still out in the town and suddenly it turns into Mardi Gras.
It's basically the bit in what's it called, in Natasha Pierre, when they go to the club and then out of nowhere all the electronic music then. It's that bit.
I see that.
What was the bar called again? Clock out.
Clock out.
Clock. I understand then, and thank you for knowledge.
And
What am I walking myself into?
just sorry if we come back in a state of disrepair.
You would not be the first, and you would not be the last.
Ooh. I understand.
I thought this was just like a place where gnomes tinkered about with machinery. Fuck.
I believe that would be in... I believe that the big thing for the tinkering would be in the Arfar or Van Dukes district.
Oh, that would depend on what exactly you're looking for. If you're looking for stuff that is already in production, yes. If you're looking for new stuff, you go to Van Duke. It is a research town.
Of course. I wonder how fastly they abandoned trying to replicate Nazan firearms because of the backfiring.
Because of how complicated they are, says the Nazin.
No, literally because
Oh my god.
They couldn't understand our machinery.
Alright.
literally Elsin's whole thing here was wonder how long it took them to realize that firearms were probably useless to them. Oh, by any chance, does Arfar have a museum of sorts?
No, why would we need a museum?
Fair enough. I was wondering if they had something about the history of artificers.
I mean, you can always fucking ask someone when we're there.
you could always ask in the training academy there.
Are they looking for new students there? I don't have any chance.
Well, yes, anyone who wishes to train as an artificer usually enrolls in the academy here.
There you go, Delson. If you want to ever get a bit of grasp at that gun of yours, first place.
Trothnar, I'm already trained in firearms.
Alright, but you think just because I swing an axe, I know everything there is about acting?
The reason I've been using it so much is because I don't have much powder to load it anymore.
Oh,
Can I get a-
it's in Nazian firearms. You could probably find that around Loppet.
Oh. Oh, really? Thank you, but yes, I do have a Nazian firearm. It is from my homeland, after all.
They are not particularly common here in Gallaro. After all, we have our thunder cannons, but there are usually a few traders.
Oh, I know about those thunder cannons, and damn, they're impressive. Even more so, you actually don't have to load anything into them.
Yeah, so they are sort of starting to be phased out a little bit. Turns out they can burn out the core quite quickly.
Huh. Well, that's sad to know.
Yes, I mean, don't get me wrong. If we can get more Celestine, then we can keep using them, but the best place to get this Pterodon that is currently on fire and is expected to for... who knows.
Probably long beyond our years.
Aye. From this age into the next, probably. I suppose we can always ask around Van Dukes if you're so interested in getting a fancy thunder cannon.
No, not Van Duke. Arfar.
Arfar, sorry. When you hear a lot, there's so many names.
Yeah, I feel like I will spend quite a bit of time in Arfar after looking for these traders around here, that is.
Aye.
You probably want to go to the short cell. It is a bazaar.
Understood. And a bazaar?
Yes.
Was that a short joke? Sorry.
Which town is it in? Is it in Loppet?
Yes.
Yeah,
it
we're
is
in
Loppet.
Loppet right now.
No, I meant the bazaar. Like the
Yes.
it's a okay, never mind. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm guessing what being in the tall folk area, anything and everything's traded there.
Well, Loppet is one of the two towns that were designed specifically for things taller than gnomes. After all, we do not get much of anything sorted if our Warforged are the same size as the gnomes.
Aye, true.
Which,
Yeah,
for the record, you
yeah,
guys
that-
have been seeing quite a few Warforged around the towns.
Also, can I just think what's the average height of a gnome again? Just so I can have a picture how big gnomes
They're
are.
quite
about the same
between
size as
3
you.
and 4 feet tall.
Ah, okay, so like a little bit smaller than me. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
like
and
4'3", I think.
weird question, but by any chance, would you know or have seen a gnome in the city by the name of McGilly? I think his last name was Babblegun. Was Babblegun or something?
So you're about to ask a random gnome if they know another random
Kenku.
gnome. Okay, a random Kenku. If they know a random gnome.
Honestly, it sounds like that, doesn't it?
I'm asking it because they run an inn.
Oh my god.
McGilly. Naming Isabel. Roll for it. The name rings a bell for me, but I am sorry. I do not know.
Thanks anyways. Maybe we'll run into him while we're around here.
Also, do you have? Hey, while we have you, do you happen to know his sister as well? I didn't ask that. I was thinking. Yeah, okay.
I know you were saying it just because of a running joke.
Yeah, pretty much.
I know.
Love you, Dom.
I know, man. Love you too, man. No
so
homo.
I suppose I go. I guess. You fancy a look around the bazaar, see what they've got.
The better question is, what won't a bazaar have?
Well, they've got everything from the mundane to the bizarre, don't they?
At least from my experiences, yes. So,
We'll see. And thanks for the pay laugh, pal.
Were you saying that to Liam?
No, I was saying that to Delson.
All right.
I didn't quite.
Wait, so who's with us? So it's me,
It's basically all of you but Nemesis and Fortune.
Barnem, and Fortune. Okay,
It's the boys and Raya.
pretty much. No, I'm with my boy.
No.
Fucking that video's so good.
The boys featuring honorary boy.
Pretty much. Fun time with the boys.
Yep.
Val, do you want to see if there's like a special, magic shop or something around here? Do you need one of them?
Wouldn't that be in the
particularly. Quite poor right now, so I'm not really. I'm not somewhere I could buy anything in terms of finances.
Besides, wouldn't that likely be more likely to find in the R4 district?
Eve knows.
I thought, what they got to do in magic? I just thought artificiers and shit with just like fancy guns and tech, not so much, magic.
I mean, from what I've been seeing, isn't it both? Isn't it both tech and magic?
I don't know, lad.
These are questions we will have to ask.
Okay, so I guess I will head out of Land's nest of various things and try to find the short sale bazaar.
Okay.
Nests of various sizes.
Nest of various sizes, sorry.
All right. Just to check, Nemesis and Fortune, are you doing anything in particular, or are you just on an exploration journey?
Well, I think
Exploring.
we're just exploring so that Fortune can get her backstreets thing.
Into the
Next street's
unknown.
back. All right.
Gonna be me.
Okay. So the other group then, that's looking for the bazaar. You find it. There's a lot of people talking, a lot of offers being said here and there. Various stalls are made, just sort of set up and everything. What are you particularly looking for?
I am particularly looking for imports from NASA.
Nazi and imports, okay. Make an investigation check.
Yay. Come on, it's gonna be in that one.
25. Okay.
Or not.
So you find a it's basically a human, a female human. You can see all sorts of Nazi firearms, a weird sort of almost like a metal tube that's off to the side. You can see a big keg behind it. It's a female. Looks to be in her 60s or so.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just there like, well, come on, I have these Nazian weapons for you. Sure, they're not as good as your thunder cannons, but they'll definitely be cheaper than what you can get here. So I approached it. Oh, hello there, yes, are you interested in any of my wares?
Actually, yes.
And looking at the wares, it's a lot of muskets, like various kind of muskets. A few of the like the wrist, the hand, the palm pistol stuff. And I say like the metal tube thing and the kegs behind her.
See, I am from Naza myself, so it's kind of, it feels nice to see something very familiar here.
Oh, really? What city-state?
I'm from the city of Yarum.
Okay. What do you need?
Well,
Wow. It's like
I was looking at the palm pistols. However, there was a type of pistol I remember being very similar to it. However, it had this sort of chamber on it that could spin and held multiple shots per load.
I don't have
Don't
those.
believe you.
Don't have those at all. I've got a flintlock, but I don't have the others.
May I see the flintlock?
Sure. She quickly like grabs the like one of the pistols. It's a flintlock. You know what a flintlock looked like way back in ye olde times. You know what it looks like here. Looks like it's got a few scuffs on it and such, but it's not necessarily in like a bad state.
And I take it you also have some gunpowder with you as well, maybe.
Sort of slowly goes to one, like leans over to one of the kegs, just still looking at you, grabs the so like the rope top and pulls it up, and you can see there's just a massive black powder in the keg.
Perfect.
And places it down again.
I have been looking for some gunpowder for so long. It's not even funny now. So how much would it cost for me to get about 10 pounds of gunpowder?
Depends on 10 pounds of gunpowder. It would be probably be around 120 gold.
I do have that, but can I also ask one other thing?
Yeah.
What's with the big metal tube?
Oh, this is she's like bends down and picks up, and you know, despite how she looks, she like is able to lift this up fairly easily. This is a hand mortar.
Wait, what? A hand mortar?
Yeah, so it's think of it like a very, very small cannon.
How did you... Wow. I was not expecting to see one of those here. I am not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's just a mad kind trade.
I see then. Who who traded this with you?
Client confidentiality. Can't tell ya.
Fair enough. And I imagine that this is on the expensive side.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take I think I'm going to just take the 10 pounds of powder. I'm not sure I'll have enough of a flintlock after that.
Yeah, places it down. Well, yeah, the flintlock is 150.
Yeah. Yeah, just the powder.
Right, gets you 10 pounds of powder.
Mm-hmm. I place down the 120 gold. Oh, that hurts my soul. I give her the 120 gold and now realize just how light my coin purse is. There you go.
Okay, I just need to do math here so I can figure out how many shots you can make with that powder.
And the 10 pounds of lead.
Yeah. Well, the lead itself is yeah, give or take. I was just these are a lot of math because let's see. 1 second. I gotta do math here. So you got 10 pounds. So there's that to that. So that is 10. You have enough black powder for 100 shots.
Yeah. Perfect. I can finally fire this gun more than once.
And let's see. And how many you say you had 10 pounds as well of
of lead.
Okay, I just need to see the weight of a lead musket ball. Up to 1 pound. There we go. So that could get you. Yeah, I'm just gonna round it. 140 shots.
Damn.
Shot 5.
Well,
I'm happy now.
Yeah, because it's 700.
And I'll also work
it's 700 grains for 1 shot, and it's 7,000 grains in 1 pound. So 10. Yeah. And then it says 14.5 for 1 pound of lead, but I'm just gonna round it down to 14 because fuck it.
Yeah. Well, now I'm packing. Does anyone else want to look for anything while we're in this?
Is anyone in the bazaar? This is gonna sound weird coming out of my mouth, but is anyone in the bazaar selling like soaps or shampoos or something like that?
There is. It's an elf that's doing so.
I guess I'll go up to this. I'll go up to this elf and in common basically go, I was going, so do you sell like soap and lotions and potions to make yourself look all bonny, eh?
There I do sell soap. I have extract of lavender and various other herbs.
I don't need to fuck about with like, fancy herbs and spices and shit. Just do you have stuff that can, like, imagine if someone hasn't had a bath in 200 years. What sort of shite would you use on him?
She just slowly looks you up and down.
Well, come on, look. You don't. It's a right if you read. I know I look like I was eaten and shot out by a bullet. Everyone thinks it. Don't worry.
Well, if you wish to just get yourself clean, soap will do it eventually.
Okay, I don't know how much, if there's that much soap in the city to deal with my mess, but...
No, you give soap too little credit. It's not say you use it once and it goes. Soap is long-lasting. It is very resilient.
Okay. Fair enough. I didn't never associate soap with fucking resiliency, but there we are.
Well, I mean, eventually it all goes, but it's not like It's not like you wipe your face with it and then
KFC
boom, it's
truffle
gone.
oil? That's true.
That is
it's like, okay, I'll take Galabazia soap. Do you have any like what the fuck do you Ponce call it? Is it shampoo? Something like that? Shampoo? What is it? For your hair, lad. For your fucking hair and your beard.
Right. I think you have butchered the Elvish word for it. But that is still extract. It is just more of a sap.
And that'll like clean your hair and get all the shite out. Dirt and the grime and the actual shite out of it, right?
Yes, it will make your hair sticky until you wash it out, though.
Ah, okay. I mean, okay. As long as that's alright. I feel like I'm smart enough to wash it out of my hair. Don't worry.
It is essentially it's essentially a sweet-smelling sap mixed with extract.
Hold on. Is that? I can't. I think Delson and I are we in one? Are we in one group?
Delson's off to the side while you're doing this, so he's not quite paying attention
Yeah, I think
to
we're
what.
all kind of just like in the bazaar.
Oh, okay.
Also, shampoo
okay.
doesn't exist in this medieval times.
Oh shit! Sorry, I thought he might have been. Sorry. The shampoo was a 19th century thing. Introduced in London by a guy called Sheikh Mohammed. What's it? And okay, I'll take a bottle of that then. Bottle of that ointment stuff, and I'll see how I get on. If I'm here tomorrow, I run out, and hopefully you can see the difference.
So it's just the just for the sake of making it easier, the shampoo. Is that all you're getting, or is it getting other stuff?
No, I'm getting this. I'm getting the soap as well.
Okay, that comes up to 8 silver.
I haven't got any silver on me, mate.
I do.
You're not fucking here, mate. Get out of my skull. Tell you what,
Man, these tights are great.
just in
Almost feels like you're
case,
wearing- Oh.
just in case you have to go and get lice out of your skin. Here's a gold on me. Keep the change, lad.
Thank you. Just pockets of gold. All right.
Also, mate, I just thinking. I heard apparently some crazy shit happens here after dark. Like in the city,
Oh. Yes, I do not get involved in it much.
But like our innkeeper kept it fucking mysterious. Are we expecting what, a piss up or blood sacrifices? What are we in for? I'm sorry. I'm
You just
I'm
see
new
a
here, as you can-
smile creep up across her face.
Oh no.
I think it would be funnier if you witness it, which sort of like looks up towards the large castle. Will probably be in a few minutes from now.
Right. Okay, I'll collect myself and brace it like a champion, I suppose. I guess I'll get to work. And you have a nice day, lass. And I head off to explore the rest of the bazaar.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything?
Yes, please.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. So,
Wait, great.
Yeah, if it's the purge.
Yeah, Gratian was asking.
any unique alcohols? Not ones you haven't already seen.
Are there unique toys and trinkets here?
I mean, you see some, like, woodwork stuff. Yeah, like some small figurines and everything.
Any spinning tops?
Yes, there's spinning tops.
Well, Gratian, how many of these are we going to buy?
They're 5 copper each.
Well, guess we're getting a gold's worth of spinning tops.
So go ahead and put in your bag 20 spinning tops.
You know what? I'm giving half of these are going to Gratian. Here we go. Yep.
Alright. Okay. So, at this point, everyone in the bazaar is starting to like pack up and go home and such. I would probably say at this point, Nemesis and Fortune would still like be in a different area of the town. Okay. So, which town would the two geese most likely be in at this point, do you think?
Could I get what town we are currently in again and, like, the closest adjacent ones?
So, well, I don't know what towns you would have gone in which order.
Okay, we started at in the Artificer one.
Yeah, so you
and
started in the
are
hub.
they still in the trading town?
Yes.
Okay.
So you might have walked past them at one point.
I feel like we would go into Van Duke's because Fortune would be like, "Ooh, this is where they test all the stuff."
Which, as you're walking about, you do like go near the testing facility. There is a large fence, sort of like blocking it off, but you can also see as well. There are a lot of Warforge, sort of like around the building, not moving or anything. You can tell already security is very high.
Yeah.
But at this point, as
My
well, you can
tail's just swishing as I look to Nemesis. We gotta go in there.
but you also can see like a
No.
you also can see like a stone building like to the side of it, and on the fence you can see like every now and then a sign saying trespassers will be shot.
Nemesis immediately points out the sign.
Huh.
No,
It's a
we're not going in there.
Fortune just goes, it's
That's
a shame
just
I
a
can't win."
challenge! We really gotta go in there now. Come on!
No, absolutely not. And if you try, I will tie you to a rope.
Well, I mean, okay, you could do that anyways. I just think you're being a coward.
You hear a loud boom, and as you sort of like look over, you can see a Warforged. Like one of the Warforged is just standing with his Thundercan like pointing upwards, and you just watch as a bird lands just hole clear for its chest.
Jesus.
No, absolutely not. No, and no. Nemesis grabs Fortune by the wrist and starts pulling her away.
No! The cannon! I want to go back!
We are not doing that. We just arrived in the city. We do not need to be either arrested or killed.
This is how far
Okay, so what? Do I have to wait 2 days? 3 days? 1 week?
You aren't going to do it either.
Fine.
It's
Whatever
funny
you say.
Yes, Ed, there is.
Okay.
Artificer in general was...
Yeah, I got an update.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, specifically got the new subclass for Tashas, which is basically enhances the armor that they wear.
Unless you can come up with a specific reason why we would go in there. Which I'm willing to bet you can't. No.
Oh, I have
never.
one right now.
One that doesn't involve me being a coward or something, or because you want to.
Yes.
All right, what is it?
We have a moral obligation to inform Norium of everything new that's going on in there because he will be absolutely delighted to hear about it.
Nemesis pauses for a moment. You know, that would work. If I knew that, Nori also wouldn't want me to be shot.
We can bring Delson along. He can heal.
I can heal.
Cat, what did you do? I'm sorry, my cat just knocked something over.
Well,
Right,
that's
okay.
so that's what the cat did. You answered yourself.
Yeah,
The point is that that kind of reasoning isn't going to work.
We'll get in there one day.
If you're lucky.
I'm still here. I must be pretty lucky.
You're still here because I save your ass all the time.
Exactly, you're my good luck charm.
I'm your tired medic.
Wow, look at all the titles you have. Good luck charm, tired medic, beloved girlfriend, leader of the party.
Sometimes I wonder why I wanted these things. You're still
wanna
here
be 'cause I'm
because yes, I can't disagree with that.
As you're all sort of heading about to your various places, you hear in the distance coming from the castle, boom, boom, boom. Sounds for about a minute. Then in the hear, the sky lights up with various lights. Obviously, as players, you know these as fireworks, but the characters would not. You start hearing like cheering and singing as everything, as numerous gnomes, mostly gnomes, but a few of the other races start like dancing and celebrating. You see a few people take out some music and start playing, like just there in the streets.
Fucking Nemesis just ready for a fight. Then she starts seeing everyone like start partying.
Yeah, same with me. I'm easily going into like hardened battle mode, and then okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortune
Delson.
looking at the flashy lights like she's a fucking cat looking up at Christmas tree lights.
What is happening? I just imagine someone like dancing by.
Yeah, one of the there is a few people that are dancing by, and one was like, "Oh, you new to the place, are you?"
Yes.
Oh well, you came at the perfect time. Closing time.
What?
What, you think we get all this stuff done by just being stuffy and up and doing this? No, we gotta unwind. What best way to unwind with drinks and revels?
How?
Here, I'll show you a good place. I'll show you. And just like reaches up and grabs your hand and starts like tugging you.
Oh my! And I'm just going along out of pure confusion.
Yep. Let's see. If you're in Van Duke, he takes you over to. Let's see. Which places do we have? No, that's the bookshelf. That's an inn. Which is being lively as well. Make a perception check, actually, Nemesis.
Oh my god. About to take me to a strip club or something. Nem's worst nightmare.
No, so you pass an inn called the Bookshelf. Through the revel and such, As like the gnome that's dragging you, so like slows down a bit and starts like pushing people. It's like, hey, we got a new person. Get. You kind of like look towards the bookshelf, and you can see the sign, and the sign is a bookshelf with several books in it. One of the books is open, and you notice two eyes on either side of the book. And that's what we're going to call it for this session.
Like what?
Fucking.
I was just there like, wait, going by the route they're going, they're gonna go to this inn, but wait, no, that's an inn, not a pub. It's that inn.
It's that in.
Holy shit.
That's only because you rolled good on your perception check.
Fucking, I was so worried. Like, she has not rolled well this whole time.
Yeah, you just met the DC for it, because you're being dragged along with a bunch of dancing and jumping gnomes and everything.
Oh my god. This is completely, like, one, cool, but also, god. Like, this is not Nem's element at all.
I am absolutely delighted to have Fortune ditch the group just to go party every night.
Welcome to
This is gonna be
Gallaro.
so much fun.
I wonder, how much money can I make just...
Okay, see, Fortune's gonna be stuck taking care of Nem the whole time. Nem's that person that's never ever been to like a proper party before and it's just wandering aimlessly. Like people hand them like random drinks and they just drink them out of like, you know, oh, this is obviously what people do, right?
Oh god,
Like-
no.
Someone hands her a blunt. Oh, obviously this is what I'm supposed
Also,
Oh god.
Ew.
so we're
Yeah,
gonna rate this new chapter. You've all leveled up.
We leveled up.
Ooh, that's exciting.
This means new spell. New spell. New
It was.
spell.
I was gonna have you guys level up after the dragon fight, but you know there's whole stuff going on there, so it's like, yeah, let's wait a bit. And it's like, okay, you're in Gallaro.
Level up by vacation.
Yeah.
We
Like-
did role play.
Yeah, you guys roleplayed a lot. As I say, the level up was gonna happen after the dragon fight, but then you know Adam came in. It's like, well, that's gonna be a bit awkward kind of deal.
Yeah.
Guys, I have 3 spell slots now.
I have divine smite on every hit.
No,
I
it's-
almost clicked launch level 1 character Mancer on Fortune's sheet
Oh
and
my
had a heart attack. Oh.
No.
Oh. Level character.
I still don't have level 4 spells.
Either way, that makes you all level 11, I think.
Yep.
That's what I got. I got 6 level spells.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, I have one. I have
It
one
must be
Mystic Arcanum
nice.
too, which is nice.
when do I get my next level of spells?
Let's have a look.
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
I forgot on the 13th level, Fortune gets use magic device.
Yeah, 13th level.
And that gets you, I think, the one spell that you really want, which is Find Greater Steed.
Yes.
Yep.
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 So then, I will get to have a Pegasus.
You can have your She-Ra steed.
Yep. She really is. She could definitely cosplay She-Ra.
Yeah.
But yeah, you
With
guys...
Fortune being a tricky dick, would Actor be something that she could take?
Well, taking a feat you can only do as opposed to an ability score improvement. So you won't be able to
Yeah.
do that till level 12.
E.
No, she can pick one right now. She gets an ability score increase.
Are you
She's
leveling
taking level
up?
10 as a rogue.
Oh, right, yeah, because
That-
you've got a point in sorcery.
Because remember, she took one class in wild magic.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, it's only on the certain levels.
Yeah.
Oh, my HP didn't change. That's okay. It was 4, so.
Yep.
Mm.
No, wait, plus con,
Oh, yeah.
which
if
is
you're
an
doing
extra
10
4, so
Right.
8.
Yeah.
I should probably roll.
So that. Okay.
Yeah, technically, because she's going to be getting a 10th level, her 10th level in Rogue.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she right.
I was just thinking out loud, is this a feat that she would take? I could see it. It would be very bad for her to be able to mimic the speech of another person or the sounds made by other creatures. But it'd be very fun.
Now what?
Roll 20. Why are you being so shitty right now? You're being so
It's
More
not a
lay on
Karmora
hands.
Is Nemesis ever gonna take the feat of Crusher?
Probably not.
Okay, first I'm going to replace Phantasmal Force with something. No, we have
Okay.
reliable set.
Oh.
Man, I can't wait to have Divine Smite on every hit, and then a Divine Smite that I can put on my weapon, and then another Smite that I could just have. Like, Smite, Smite, Smite.
paladins.
You cannot because you're not a paladin.
You get a Smite, and you get a Smite.
The whole smite thing is, I mean, I think clerics can get a smite ability, but it's different.
Yeah. Clerics don't get Smite, they get Strikes.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
None of you know true power, true glory in your hands. I can attack 3 times a turn.
Searing
is
Smite shows
that
up
is
in
true
my
power.
list for some reason.
Oh no, yeah, it's also a rangerous spell from the looks of things. But it's with a melee
yeah.
weapon only.
It's like that meme of when characters reach level 3, and it's like I can do all these spells, I can do all this sort of stuff, and then it just goes over to what can you do, fighter, and what can you do, barbarian? It's just like I can hit again. It's the
That's-
happiest day of my life.
Fucking my barbarian party member in Frevel's Finders sends that meme every single session
It's really
of
cute.
just like it's because he's desperately waiting to level up so that he can get an extra attack.
Yeah, it's what melee builds live for, extra attacks. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, technically, Trothnar could be doing 3 attacks
What do you mean?
because you get your first attack, you get your extra attack, and then you get an offhand attack
Do I?
by using a bonus action. As long
Do
as you have you can, if you dual wield, you get some extra bonuses if you have the dual wielding feat, but you can offhand automatically.
Yeah, like dual wielding
Is that-
like hand axes is a good like barbarian thing to do because not only do you get that extra bonus action attack, but you also get rage damage on top of it. So it's
Mhm.
like
Interesting,
extra.
And you can reckless
Along
it
with the
as well.
fact that
Yeah.
technically you can do another attack with your what is it called? Second wind?
Action surge.
Action surge, thank you. Second wind is the one that heals you, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with all of that, Trothnar could be doing a lot more damage.
If he had 2 weapons,
Yeah, he would need 2 one-handed weapons.
which I do have. I've got 2 hand axes and have since the beginning of the game.
Well, you can also use Warhammer as a one-handed weapon.
Interesting. So I could have Warhammer and hand axe and fuck things up.
Yeah, it's just that if you have Warhammer one-handed, it does less damage than
Yeah,
two-handed.
it's D8 compared to D10, I think.
Yeah. because Nem has both of those on her thing
So essentially,
because of the shield.
I could be doing 3 hits of 1d8 plus whatever with my warhammer, and then 1 offhand attack with my axe.
Yes.
Yep.
I did not know that was a thing. Okay. Is that common knowledge, by the way?
Yes.
Yep. That's.
Okay.
Yep.
I didn't know. Okay, interesting.
It's something that we've done in game. Like Fortune does it, and when we were doing the Royale, Larissa did it.
Wait, what do I do?
You do dual wielding sometimes.
Oh yeah, because I have my action and my bonus action, so I attack with my main,
Yep.
and then I just use my bonus action for that.
Obviously,
Yeah,
dual wielding has the downside of, unless you have the feat, you do less damage with the offhand weapon.
Yeah,
but
you don't get to add
Yeah.
your ability mod on the second
But
damage.
also, don't
roll,
forget,
unless you have.
It's still
your
okay.
weapons need to be light.
Yeah, they have to be like.
Yeah.
The offhand one has to be light. I
Yeah.
believe.
Let me double check.
Yeah,
that one.
the offhand one
I
has
don't
to be
remember.
like
It's been ages.
with because I have Larissa's sheet here. If you have the dual wielder feat, it'll let you use it'll let you use normal weapons, and you get to use your proficiency
It's
thing.
not even rolling a dice. Like that's. I don't know what.
I rolled one
yeah,
twice
I guess.
for you, actually.
Oh.
But remember, rerolled natural ones.
Roll 20 is just
Oh my
like
god, it's
being
another one.
really shit.
It's
I can't
another
tell
one.
if it's like I feel like roll 20 is just shitting the bed right now. Okay, there we go. That's
There we
better.
go.
8.
No,
The fact that I rolled
it
3
just
ones.
effect- Yeah,
that's insane.
like that's just bad luck.
Because it's also like the sheet when I tried to level up before, it was like
Oh my
I
God,
didn't
what
have
did
any
it
of my stuff on
do?
it, and then it was like trying to make it a level 1 in a character again, and
Yeah,
didn't-
my
it-
thing
it
just fucked
kept
up too.
it just kept crashing, and then like roll 20 itself will like freeze and become unresponsive, and then
Ed,
Just
you're the
kinda
one who
fixes
wonders what the
itself.
dual wielder thing is, right?
Pardon?
Ed was the one asking about the dual wielding thing?
Yep.
Yes? Okay. I'm just gonna post it in the general chat
Oh,
what the
F.
at
I
least the
used-
feat is.
God damn it! I accidentally used to have the 2-weapon fighting style, and then I was like, I don't do this. I should change it. Yes.
I might actually want to take it just so she has that +1 bonus AC.
Because she has no constitution.
Shush.
Yeah, it's definitely. Cause I was just there looking at like the rules for 2-weapon fighting, but whenever I do, it pops up the Wardling's campaign guide.
Yeah, that's what I was
Aw.
coming across as well. Also, I've just realised if I take this feat and start doing attacks with hammer and hand axe, I would have and get this feat. I would have 20 AC
Do it.
because I have 18 from wearing plate armor, +1 for
Holy
having
shit.
the
roll
defense
20. This is
fighting
embarrassing.
style, and then I get +1 for this.
You know, if
So-
Fortune and Trothmar both take this feat, they can actually train together and like be like, no, you're not hitting me hard enough.
Thing is
Ow,
though,
you hit me too hard.
I need like a good story reason why he'd start fighting two-handedly.
Here, Nori, you get a level up too because you read books.
But we can. Aww. He's a
Okay.
good-
Okay, so this isn't a. Okay, so I have one question. So should I take a 5th level spell in Synaptic Static, or shall I go with Mass Suggestion?
Ooh, mass suggestion. That was a good
Honestly,
one.
I'm surprised you haven't took Scrying. Like, I
Well,
see everyone
that
take that.
didn't update her AC, so she's now at a 14.
Oh, he
Look at
has
her,
its
people.
fucking Arcanum now.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm trying to
Oh,
fucking do on my
shit.
sheet. Yeah, we get one 6th level big spell.
You know what? I think I will take Scrying at Tom's suggestion.
Yeah, because Anna, remember when we had that fight between Nori and Valmon?
Uh-huh.
That the Arcanum is what like fucking saved Nori.
Those were fun fights. I wish we could visit those again.
I think he used Circle of Death with that one.
Yay, everybody gets to level up. Do, 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 do.
I feel kind of bad
Okay.
for Anna because now she's there like, Okay. I have all these characters I gotta level up.
Oh no, there's really y'all fucking got a 6. There's very few that I am bringing into the next one, or that are actually possible. Tom, you've given me too many resources, and I'm just making characters to go along, and I'm just having fun with them.
Sorry,
I'm
not
not
sorry.
actually going to use them in the campaign.
I say, sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, what does...
I can have one spell.
Oh god, she has such a bad dexterity. Oh, she gets spells though.
Oh yeah, that's that. She's between strength
15 new spells. Neat!
Well, I know what I'm giving Nori. He gets a
And I-
teleportation circle.
Yay!
And I have taken scrying, but that's going to be a bitch to use.
Okay,
Mostly
so
'cause it's
Roll20 is doing that
expensive.
thing again where it's like you can add 15 new spells and it's only going to show the spells that you already have clicked, so you can't pick anything. I'm just gonna have to add them manually.
Wait, this does make me question one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do we still have that crystal ball that Floriana had?
Nope.
Damn.
We don't get to have everything cool.
I actually, I was thinking about it, and we still have the Necromancer book. We should have given that to Norium, because he can translate all of that.
Sure. Oof, we should have.
Because Nori can translate anything.
Damn it. I should have given him the book.
Because he is a nerd.
We could send it to him, right?
But
Be
would we
like, hey,
trust that?
translate this. I mean, if I could get Archimedes.
If you just trained him more,
Okay,
then
listen,
maybe
I have
you're
so
still
much.
animal
I have so much on my plate. You guys are already animals. And then I have to sit here and I have to learn Infernal. I have to learn the Mounted combat. Like, I have my own shit to do. And
You're
then
the
I
one
have to
that
train
chose to learn
Archimedes.
Infernal.
Yeah, I did. Guess what? It's your fault.
Okay, I found
It's Fortune's fault. I blame Fortune.
So I found the
Well,
thing
you know
about
what's gonna be
two-weapon
really
fighting. They both need to be light.
Oof.
They both need to be light.
According to the player's handbook, which I've got here, it says, when you take the attack action and attack with a light melee weapon that you're holding in one hand, you can use a bonus action to attack with a different light melee weapon that you're holding in the other hand. You don't add your ability modifier to the damage of the bonus attack unless that modifier is negative. If your weapon has thrown property, you can throw it instead of making a melee attack.
So I'd have to use two hand axes because I couldn't use my warhammer and my hand axe.
Do you... Yeah, because it has to have the light one unless you have the dual wielder feat, I think.
I do not.
If you
I
don't,
might have that next level.
if you don't, then both your weapons need to be classified as light.
Yeah,
Okay.
you need either the dual wielder feat or the two weapon fighting
Yeah.
ability.
I have neither.
Yeah, I'm just quickly looking for the feats so I can read properly.
Oh yeah, you can when one-handed weapon, melee weapons you wielding aren't light. Yeah, you get bonus AC.
Alright, yeah, we got the compendium. Yeah, I got the book, and it's... there's something nice about searching for a book. I'm going too far back, I'm a wizard.
Where was it? Fighting style.
Dang, Tom.
You
Just
would like
flying
this?
past it.
Yeah. So left the P, touches the after, that's the various conditions. I also think with the exhaustion, it shows all the exhaustion levels then. Level 6 of exhaustion. Death. Just death.
Oh, you die, dude.
You get the big die.
I think the whole you have to have two light weapons. That's only with the dual wielder feat. The two weapon fighting, it doesn't say. It just says can add ability modifier to damage second attack.
Yeah, because the two-weapon fighting is like a feature you get from the classes,
Yeah.
whereas dual wielder is like a feat that you get as a feature.
Exactly, yeah.
So,
But with dual wielder, it says you can use 2 weapon fighting even when the one-handed melee weapons you
Yeah,
are
exactly,
wielding
exactly.
aren't light.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you have
But-
dual, you're
But
fine.
but you still can't put on your ability modifier to that second offense.
Essentially, it's saying that if you have the feat and the
and the fighting style.
the fighting style, you can combine them.
yeah, basically,
Yeah, of course.
basically, optimal dual wielding is to have the 2 weapon fighting and the dual wielder feat.
Yeah, of course. Which
This
I have neither.
this spell takes a fucking gilded acorn worth at least 200 GP, but also needs a fishtail inside of it.
Nice.
my God.
As I say, if any of the ingredients have a gold value on it, you have to acquire them.
Hey,
Everything else,
Anna.
it's free game, barring
Anna.
certain ones.
I wanted to present something to you, Tom.
Yes.
It's something that one of my other DMs do that I think is very interesting and frankly makes more sense.
Okay.
When you have something like, Revivify that uses like a diamond or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
she lets us use gems of equal value instead of just a diamond, because diamonds are not near as worth as much as they say, and also it's just simpler, I guess.
Right.
I just thought that was something that was very interesting and frankly convenient.
Mhm.
I don't know about the gilded acorn thing, but with gems it was kind of interchangeable.
Egg.
I was just
Egg.
more concerned with how the hell are you gonna fit a fishtail, a feather, and a tuft of fur in a fucking gilded acorn? Acorns aren't big.
Right?
I mean, in regards to
Yeah.
the gems,
Magic.
I'll look into it, but at the same time, I'm just thinking, like, well, I don't think I'm going to be in a situation where you guys are going to be having to use Revivify 1,000,001 times and, rolling in gems and everything.
No, I just thought it was neat and that you could add, like, I guess, flavor to it, depending on what you use.
It is neat, and I'll think about it, but I will say now I am kind of just leaning towards the, just keep it as is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to avoid homebrewing too much stuff because I made that mistake with the Skyrim campaign,
Yeah.
and that caused so many headaches. Maybe campaign 2, maybe? I don't know, but for campaign 1, I'm trying to stick with, like, the base stuff as much as I can, barring, like, harmless things like, oh yeah,
Anna?
you can use Fine Steed and Sending if you're not that, although might revert that down the line because it's a bit of a pain in the ass to be like, oh yeah, that stuff.
Considering the collection of animals that we have, the
Is that really- it's not-
menagerie.
It's not even the collection of animals issue, it's just they're like, okay, then they're going to be constantly asking for this, for these all the time. They're going to have a big collection. It's like,
Yeah.
Can we?
It's like, for God's sakes.
I tell you what, we should go around the towns of Karmora as like a traveling circus, and like one of our main acts is like the amazing disappearing horse, and it's just Fine Steed cast over and over.
Oh my God.
Also, Anna, you totally should take 1 level in fighter so you can get the dual wielding fighting style, and all weapon proficiency as well.
She's good enough with the dual wielder feat and going along with her little roguish / tiny magical ability way.